And it's so funny to have seen that in a showcase full of generic modern video game trailers that show you fucking nothing and they're completely worthless garbage. And then they released 3 songs immediately after, one of which was 11 fucking minutes. It was all insane. Since then, we've seen that it's super, super inspired by early 2000s era JRPGs and shit, world maps, optional fights. We know the game is nice and tightly compact. It's not 100 hours. It's like a 30 to 40 hour main story with like 20 hours of optional shit. So it's like a 60-hour game, which is fucking beautiful. We know it's gonna be. It's so far from the trailers. It's a great blend of like super serious dark shit and like, you know, fun lighthearted stuff. So it's got all that, and also we know that it's got a stacked voice cast, so the acting's gonna be great. It's crazy. It's just came out of nowhere, and it was announced a year ago. Now it's coming out, and it turns out, based on reviews, it's living up to all the expectations I had for it. Every overhyped expectation I seem to have for it, according to reviews, it's matched them. It's not surpassed them. I'm shocked. I'm shaken to my core, because this has a very, very real chance of being my game of the year, because not only is it great, it's something that I've wanted forever, which was more turn-based games with this combat style. Why don't more turn-based games have fucking inputs during attacks and stuff? It's like there needs to... Whoa! I clicked on the wrong thing. Why don't we have more of them? Why aren't there more of them? It's so fun in my heart to have an enemy attack me and have me be able to block it in a turn-based game to mitigate damage. It's a little extra input. It spices things up. But it's not just blocking. You can block. You can jump certain attacks, dodge certain attacks, parry certain attacks. And this is on top of having inputs during your own attacks that add spice and style to the whole flow of things. So it's not like a certain turn-based games where you're just doing the same thing every time, like, oh, stack this buff, build this thing up, hit enemy, and it's just rinse, repeat. Because there are movesets to learn at the same time. And they know that some people don't necessarily want to do that, so the lower difficulties, you don't need to do it as much. You can disable the active time inputs for the attacks. So that some people who just play it like a traditional turn-based RPG, they've got everything. They've got everything. It's going to be the greatest game of all time. And it will bring newfound respect from me to the people of France. That's where we're at.
Gonna be the redemption arc of France.
Honestly. And the game features a mechanic where you can camp whenever you want to, and you have a record player in camp where you can listen to music from the soundtrack.
Hey.
Peak. Cinema.
Peak cinema.
All the things the kids say.
Oh man,
I mean, just imagine that.
Sorry, go ahead.
I'm sorry. I know you're listening to banging tunes right now. I know. Oh yeah, which changed the Rise of Great. Yeah, that's so cool, man. That really caught me off guard when I heard it. It was great.
Jindo's a mad lad.
Yeah, this album, Jindo. My God, my man, Jindo, my president.
President.
Now, just to be clear, you definitely in the announcement said this is full spoilers, right?
Yes.
So no one's gonna wander in. Okay, great.
It's in the top. It's in the beginning of the title. Hey, Dark.
Can you believe Fab didn't beat the finale in one stream? He beat the finale in 2 streams.
It took me 2 streams to beat it, but yeah.
Which,
what's up, DK Shadowkill? Hello, Light Owl. Hello, Dark Inspires.
We'll definitely talk about some of the stuff.
And hello, Comrade.
But I was just gonna say, Feb, he was a streamer, right? Imagine how fucking vibey it'll be to be like, oh guys, I gotta step away for a couple minutes to go like grab a snack or something. So you set up camp, you fucking put on your favorite track on the record player, and you sit back and like find a cozy spot, and you go AFK while like your favorite song's playing on the record player. You got you got your party gathered around the campfire. Like, that's a vibe. That's a perfect, like, I'm taking a break vibe for a streamer. The French. You know, I almost went to the store and bought a baguette today.
Did you? Wow, really?
I didn't end up doing it though.
I'm dropping a whole bunch of frames. Is there anybody?
Oh no.
Yeah, I don't know why the internet's doing this randomly.
Why? Like, there's not even a frame being shown. There's not a frame to drop.
Open the Shark's pretty good, man. Damn, that's so good.
It's great. Chad, how's the stream
doing? Is the stream going for you guys all right?
I mean, as long as it's not buffering, there's literally nothing to see on screen. It's a still image with chat.
Right. That's true. That's a good point. It still says a drop in frames, though. Yeah, actually, it's dropping a lot.
What provider do you have?
So I have two providers. I got Comcast. I pay for my own individual Comcast in the basement here.
Yeah.
But when it goes down, I switch to my parents' fiber they have upstairs. Theirs goes down too. Like nothing's reliable, so you gotta have two fucking connections. It's gotta just be the
area then. There's gotta be something with the way the lines are run there.
It's been like that for the past.
Shit needs to get replaced.
No shit, dude.
Especially if it's happening on a fiber line. That's crazy.
I put the stream up on my phone. I'm not noticing anything.
Okay, good. You can hear us clear,
it
loud
seems
clear?
Fine.
Okay, cool.
Yeah,
I haven't seen it buffer at all, so.
Yeah, I don't notice anything different.
Dark, yeah, that's actually what Blue was talking about at the beginning of the stream.
We were just talking about it, Dark. I have not been excited. I've not been this excited for a game in a very long time, especially now that the reviews have confirmed just how good it is. Like, Dark, I don't know about you, but what time is it right now? It's about to be 9 p.m. 6 hours and 16 minutes from now, I'm playing the fucking game. The second it launches.
How many days do you take off?
I have off tomorrow.
Okay.
I have off tomorrow. I leave early on Friday, and I have off on Saturday.
Nice.
I'm I am so excited. I'm gonna play it on expert difficulty because it forces you to make the absolute most of the active time mechanics. I think it's gonna be super fun. But for people like Feb, you're gonna have the lower difficulty that doesn't force you to do it as much.
That's right.
So it's just.
I'll have to try this sometime.
Yeah. Dark, you are. Let me tell you, you're lucky. Dark, you are lucky to have not really known about this game since when it was revealed. I've had a year of just like stewing, waiting for this game to come out, and every day has been me waiting and waiting. This last week has felt like a month. This fucking so sick. You just now found out about it? Ignorance is bliss, they say. Like now, suddenly you just know about the coolest thing ever. And just like, what a sick fucking reveal that must have been. Blue has been down bad for it. Can confirm. Bonnie, what the fuck did you just say? Down bad?
You sound like such a boomer. Even I know what that means.
I don't remember exactly what I said the other day. I said I said like no shot, and my buddy Bean was just like appalled. He's like, why did you say that? I'm like, I say that all the time. He's like, why do you say no shot?
No shot.
What does that even mean? I'm like, I don't know. It means what it means, man. It looks beautiful. It does, Dark. And we get Ben Snar back in another game. Hopefully this one's a little bit better than FF16 in the pacing department. You know. So speaking of chat, since I'm co-hosting this stream in a fashion, I'm going to advertise myself real quick.
Go for it.
How do I do that? How do I do that? Shout out Blue Boba T. Is that how this works?
Yep. There you go.
Chat.
Oh, you already got this category switched?
Yeah, my category is switched. My title is I love French people. I love French people music.
Holy shit.
Speaking of music, by the way.
French Redemption arc.
Dude, everyone in chat's fucking pre-ordered Expedition 33. Everyone's fucking ready for it, man.
This looks like it's gonna be a hit. Like Expedition 33, I think it's gonna be a sneak hit, man, from a French studio.
It is.
Like #1, dude.
I mean, it's got like literally the best reviews of the year so far, and everyone loves it. And
that song we just listened to. Sorry, real quick here because it's ending now. I didn't want to interrupt. Where does that one play? Where is Buster the
Buster Ghost of Garden is a Kuro 2 song that plays when you fight Ace.
Oh, okay.
When you fight Garden Master.
But yada yada.
It also plays against. I think it plays for the heart. Does it play for the Hardwood for the last Hardwood fight? It does, yeah.
Okay.
I think so.
You just bought it, nice Balmaran. I'm gonna have to get it eventually.
Well, don't worry, Feb. If it's as good as the reviews say, then you will have me, Dark, and everybody you know telling you how great it is, including apparently the person you live with is already telling you how great it is.
Yeah, she's actually pretty freaking pumped for it.
Hey, you just finished Kai too, so you got the schedule open.
Speaking
for a little French love.
Speaking of my special someone, she's actually going to start streaming herself on Mondays.
Really? What's she playing? What's she going to stream?
So her reactions are pretty freaking funny. She for reference, if you guys want to check out her personality on stream, she was the April Fool's for my April Fool's Day this year. She streamed instead of me some CS1 for the first time, and she just did it totally blind.
Did she?
Yeah.
Shit, I should have watched it. I didn't know. I thought that was just.
No,
I thought that was just you streaming Cold Steel 1.
No,
I'm like,
it was her playing it on my PC.
I would have
wearing my hat
while I was fucking. I wasn't even. I was in California, but I still would have peeked in. That would have been funny. Was she pretending to be you? Was she acting like you? Because that would have been funny.
It was funny. Kind of a little bit, but it was still funny. It was just It
would have been great if like Laura appeared on screen and she went, "Oh, woo!"
Oh man!
It just randomly says, "Oh, I love Risha's boobs. It's so big."
It says I'm dropping a lot.
Yeah.
She derailed so much. So
she derailed so nice.
So she
That's perfect.
She is. So the game we're thinking of her trying, guys. She wants to play a game that she's blind to, and because she doesn't have to buy it because I own it physically, I think she's gonna try Persona 5 Royal.
Oh, that's perfect. Yeah.
She did try P3 Reload. There's a free demo on her PlayStation.
Yeah. And
y'all, based on the little bit of that she played, I think her reactions are gonna be fucking hilarious to P5.
Very nice.
Yeah. The reason why she's not going to do stream P3 is because I don't own that physically on console, and her laptop, I don't think it's going to be able to handle running a PC game and streaming at the same time.
Streaming, yeah.
So she has a capture card, and she'll be able to use her, hook up her PS5 to it, and that will run the game, and then she'll be able to stream with the PC laptop.
Oh yeah.
You want to be in there with her? We'll see, Dark. We'll have to ask her. P5R is a nice entry point for someone new. I think I agree. P3 is good too, though. Like P3 Reload.
Well, she can jump
smooth.
into P3 Reload after. Of course, get a remake eventually too. They've already been getting domain names shit for it. So,
I just want my P6, man. I just want P6. I've been waiting.
I know. I want P6 too.
I want them
P6
to
comes out, it's gonna be
remake
nuts.
the old games. They're still pretending they don't.
No, what about Persona? I would love to see a Persona 1 and 2 remake.
Absolutely,
that'd be
great. I would like to finally know the story and the characters from that.
I want
in a
to
modern
fight
release.
Hitler.
Now that you said that, now my YouTube's banned.
YouTube is fine. It's fine. He's a bad guy.
Yeah, he's the villain. He's a boss.
He's an antagonist.
So, what is this song playing?
This is the most forgettable song on the album because I think it's the most forgettable song in Kuro 1, honestly. So this is technically speaking the final boss theme of Kuro 1 that also plays when you first charge the big time tower. Vaughn gets in his truck and he's like, "We're gonna smash through it."
Right.
We're gonna make a breakthrough, you could say.
Gotcha. Okay.
And
when he drives the car.
It's not a song I remember
Final
too
Dungeon
much.
theme, isn't it?
It's when Kasim does his big laser and he's like, "Wow!" and then they drive with the car and then this place.
Yeah, it's
been a while.
I don't blame you for forgetting it. Kuro 1's use of music and its soundtrack was really, really weird. So it's a lot of things are kind of forgettable because they're just used so strangely.
Remember when they just played the Grendel theme in Gerard's Flight? That was
I sure do. But it's okay because all that matters is I remember Resonance of Rain, Unmitigated Evil, and those are great songs.
Mitigated Evil,
yeah,
slaps.
That's so good.
The more I feel like Kuro 1, the overall soundtrack quality was kind of there was just a few bangers, but the really good one. The rest was kind of
it had a lot of vibey tracks.
It had a lot of vibey,
and the stuff. Those were good.
I felt like I
still remember the one track that sounds like
better.
the big C from CS1.
Kuro 2, I felt had a better soundtrack than Kuro 1, but Kai had the best of the whole arc.
I agree with you, Fed. But yes, Ken, that song that sounded like an Exceed sequel that was used for a couple mini bosses that should have been the main boss theme. But again, whoever's in charge of placing music,
not the main boss theme? It was so.
They've been getting better though.
One of the best tracks.
Whoever's in charge of placing music has been fucking shit up real bad. But they got better in Kuro 2, and they got much better in Kai. But still, they're not great in Kai because there are a couple songs that were like, "Wow, this is a sick tune." Oh, it plays twice, and it's for irrelevant shit. There's another great Jindo track that sounds like a semi-sequel to Infinity Rage.
Oh, this song.
It plays during one mech fight, and then it plays as like the normal battle theme in the final section of Grim Garden, in which most people have already overwritten the battle theme with the music they've gotten from Gacha, so they don't even know.
Hear it.
So what's wrong with you, person placing the music? I'd like to have an actual conversation with you and ask, like, do you wake up and sometimes your brain doesn't work as well?
Well, Grendel theme is great. Hydra, the Grendel theme, that's one of the good ones in Kura 1. Take the Grendel.
They just kind of started spamming Height of Majesty at the end.
Hold on, I think the transition's about to happen, guys. The epicest transition ever. Hold on. Hold that thought, Ken.
Okay. Trust me, it's not the epicest transition.
Really?
That's later in the album.
I like how it opens here with the beginning of the CS1 train theme here. And then...
But then...
Smooth.
It's so good. Hydra, it played in the last Kevin fight as well for some reason, but it's gonna. I gotta love it. To me, Height of Majesty is gonna get the Unfathomed Force kind of treatment by people, which is they're just gonna remember it as the 8 Leaves, like Divine Blade fight theme. No one's gonna remember that it played for the Kevin fight. Oh man, that sounds so good.
Dude, Jindo freaking cooked with this rearrange. Shit, that extra brass in the background there. So this game, this song, Atrocious Raid, has gotten. This is the 3rd version of it because we got the CS1 version, and then we have the CS4. They brought it back in CS4 remastered.
Super arranged version, yeah.
Super arranged, that's it. And now we've got this arrange. It's freaking amazing. While we're talking about this arrangement, this whole album here, okay? When I first saw the name of this album, I was like, this makes no sense. I was like, 19999. I'm like, yo, it's 1209 here. This is an extra digit. What the fuck is this? I had no clue what it meant. I don't think it's a spoiler because I literally didn't know what it meant.
Yeah, no, there's no way of conceptualizing what that means.
Exactly. So I don't think it's a spoiler.
Technically, Chad, it'll be the second song most Kaseki fans hear out there. Because you hear the Class 7 theme on the menu. But then you just start the game and this just slaps you in the balls. So you're like, whoa!
This song got me hooked. It made me
Everyone might look like a potato, but this is thick.
Yup. This song is the first song I'm an Any Trails fan. Yep, exactly. It's the first one I heard. They put the freaking chorus in there too, man. When I heard that, I was like, oh shit.
That's crazy.
I forgot the title screen theme.
Yeah.
Surely they're gonna use this one. Surely.
And it says I am dropping 33% of my frames right now. And nobody's complaining about the...
I can tell that your camera stutters every now and then, but your stream's not buffering, so it should be fine.
Okay, as long as the audio is still coming through.
As long as it's not buffering and stuff. It's, chat, let us know if the audio gets weird, or if there's starts buffering at all, because that's dropping frames, but just let us know.
So far, everything seems good, I think.
The best
Nobody
ever
said
do
anything
it.
Bad.
Wow, this too. What motif is that? That's the... This gives me goosebumps, man. It hits me hard because, CS1 was my first game that I ever played in the series. That's how I discovered the series, and just hearing it sound so beautiful like this, it's just so nostalgic to me.
I want to say this is one of the ending themes.
Ah, really?
Or it plays right at the very end of one of the Cold Steel games. I don't remember which one. Or something
CS1?
like that.
I think it's CS1.
Someone feel free to correct me if I'm totally wrong about that, but...
Trying to remember because it sounds really familiar.
Oh, the way they end
I don't think it's CS1 because CS1 had a rock theme at the end.
Oh,
maybe it's a slow
it's the CS2 ending. Okay.
Okay, maybe it's CS2.
So it makes sense.
Okay, have you heard this one yet, Feb?
I heard the first 5 seconds and I stopped. I want to hear.
So we are now in the territory
where
Feb has not heard these arrangements. So let's let Feb enjoy them. She's in for a good time.
This is the first remake of Blue Destination. This never reappeared in CS3 or 4. It was just CS2, right?
Never a new arrangement.
Super range, I think, right?
There was not a super
Blue
range,
does
right?
not have a super range.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So when I saw that this was on the playlist, I'm like, oh shit, this is one of the good ones, man. Who composed this? I mean, of course it's
starting
Zemuria.
good.
And now it does, that's right. I will talk, guys, we will talk about the Kai spoilers in a little while here. Just getting into the music.
We'll talk about them during some of the music too, when certain songs play.
Oh, there's a piano in. So I'm cranking up just a little bit.
I mean, yeah, this is... I just love the melancholic sound of Blue Destination.
Exactly. That's the whole point
so
of it.
Good.
Man.
This gives the vibes of another Divine Night theme.
Right. Well,
Which could be like a Divine Night battle.
yeah?
Yep.
Album of the year. This album is just, oh man. So far, Young and Horline's my favorite, but Open the Shard was really good too.
I would say album of the year, but sadly for this album, the entire Expedition 33 soundtrack releases on Spotify tomorrow.
I have a feeling that shit's gonna come up. I gotta decide whether or not I want to even allow that, because I might actually play through the damn game.
Oh, God, sounds so good. No, we're gonna definitely want to withhold some songs. I might send one or two to get you pumped for the game.
Good.
It's 162 songs, so we have plenty.
Oh, damn.
Wow, that's huge, man.
That must be. Damn, okay, that game's gonna be good not only for how good it is, but also how it
seems
sounds.
like it's got like an FF7 remake style, just music for everything. Everything gets a unique song. Also, this sounds so great, man.
This is amazing. This is an awesome song right here. Open the Start gave me goosebumps when it transitioned into Grendel. That transition was smooth there, wasn't it? Jindo's the man. I like it's like he surprises us in this. Like I feel like I'm watching an anime and it's like there's some surprise references. It's good.
You're not a fan of Blue Destination? What's the dislike about it?
Hey, you're so good to see you, man. Hello, 50. Wow, 50, the big 5-0. Nice. Hey, Cafe Ying, hello to you too. Hello, everybody. This stream is us listening to the new soundtrack that just came out yesterday. Zemuria Grand Odyssey. You can see the cover art for it right here. We're going through the whole album while we talk about this Kiseki series as a whole, and I guess Clear Obscure Expedition 33.
We're just going to talk about it a little bit. You kind of already did.
We haven't really gone into the spoiler stuff yet, but we're fixing to. I'll remember you leitmotif back when Falcom knew leitmotifs. Damn it, Hydra, you said it. You fucking said it, man. Damn it. Oh, I like this part. Yeah. And the strings are beautiful. Wow. Yeah, man.
This one definitely falls under the it's a general super range because it was never a super range before.
Right.
That's fine because right.
I'll take it.
No, Starman. This is the new super range album that covers songs from the entire series. There's a couple songs from every single arc in it.
Here, I'll share you the link to this one that we just heard just now. It's about to end though, and we're going to the next one, which is I'm ready for this one, baby. Come on, be good.
Now, Spiral of Erebos.
I think I heard
This is an official Falcom JDK album, by the way.
Yep.
This is not a fan album.
Official.
Hey, Johnny. Hello, I'm gonna butcher that name. Dechi Reyes? Hello. Let's hear the drop. Oh that organ. Interesting to change that last note. They changed a little bit of the key there.
I noticed that immediately too.
Reminds me of kind of like a positive version of Spiral of the Evercore. It's like a victory lap kind of thing.
It's an alt. Yeah.
Like the original is, oh, everything is fucked up, we're gonna lose, and this one is, oh no, we're gonna win.
Yeah. This one is a little bit more positive, maybe?
Yeah, that's what I'm getting from this one.
Yeah, that guitar, it good shit. Damn, man.
Chat, what game has the worst Final Dungeon theme?
FC?
No, FC has a pretty good one.
What was FC's Final Dungeon? I forgot what it was. That's why I'm like...
If you heard it, you'd be surprised. Daybreak 2? Really? I could see that.
I don't remember the one from Daybreak 2, actually.
No. Yang has spoken the truth. It's Azure, obviously. AO has a long-ass Final Dungeon, and the song is way too chill for how long it is. Sorry.
What's it called? What's the name of the...
I don't even remember the name of it. I feel like I've gone back to listen to it.
It's near Azure. Yeah, we'll listen. Well, yeah.
Kiseki or General? Oh, Kiseki.
Kiseki. Azure's Final Dungeon theme is fitting, at least.
It is fitting, but it's boring. That dungeon is also boring.
I love Thirds so much. Like, Thirds Final Dungeon theme is so
Thirds is fantastic. Resonance of Ray is your favorite? That's a good pick.
Resonance of Ray?
That's the Kura 1 Final Dungeon theme.
Yep.
Oh, I have the super range version of that on my Spotify. Resonance of Ray. Yeah, man. SC is the case of fitting and good.
Yep, SC's is very fitting, but it's not what I go and listen to very often. Or ever, actually, I'm not gonna lie. Never. I've never gone back to listen to SC's Final Dungeon thing.
To the Future, see, here's the thing. I don't think To the Future should be a Final Dungeon theme.
It should have been just the Final Boss theme. They already had a Final Dungeon theme, but they just decided to put To the Future in it. Speaking of To the Future...
Speaking of To the Future... Reverse Babel is probably still your favorite. Oh, Reverse Babel is... Wow, that's a good one. Okay.
Reverse Babel is fantastic, yeah.
That one... I don't like it as... It's good. It's good. It's good.
We're on to Rivalry of the Seven.
And it says Rivalry of the Seven and to the... Oh, man. Oh, they actually that's both a surprise in the title.
That's why for some reason this one says it in the title. I don't know why. It's the official title, I think.
Mm-hmm. Yep. I remember this fight from when we would fight freaking Rufus, dude. I was so pissed at Rufus.
Yeah.
You missed Divine Knight so much, dude. Dude, we're getting space battles, man. Dude, that space... Oh.
Yeah, we're getting... So my big hope, man, dude. I really want them to give us an action combat space battle. Like one where you're actually in a mech flying through space in action combat.
I'm a little nervous about that, but, you know, they did good with the non-space real-time, so... who's to say?
We're gonna have to have... there's going to be some crazy shit for everyone to do. Like, Reen Crow and maybe Rufus. Well, I'm hoping that somehow it's like Reed, Crow, and Amelia, and maybe Rufus.
That'd be amazing.
Or somehow that, I don't know, but they're all up there in space fighting. Is Schmolder Reed that's up there?
Is Amelia okay?
We don't know. She seems to have been turned into a statue, but
yeah,
we don't know. Maybe she'll be okay after the loop. We'll find out.
That's the question.
I think we brought that up yesterday, but like, what's happening to Amelia is we don't know. She's kind of stuck in time because like Kevin found her in SC, which is crazy. It's the craziest
probably fine.
That happened.
She's probably okay because I want her to be a pretty major character because I think Amelia's super cool.
I do too. I think she's
me too. I like her a lot
and hot.
I hope she joins the party like, if we can fix it somehow.
I like that part.
We never see the Divine Knights talk like Valmar and Reen did. True, Narvin, yeah.
Well, we saw Valimar do like the text thing at the end of Hajimari.
Fucking Valimar and Ordine hopped into the Discord chat at the end of Hajimari, and we haven't touched on that.
They never talked again. They ghost everyone now.
Amelia's my new vote for Femze. Dude, that'd be amazing, Johnny.
Yep.
I always thought that red streak in her hair was some hint at her having a demonic core of some kind, like man, but they don't really hint at it at all, so maybe not.
I don't think that's the case. I think it's literally just a cool little design choice for her hair. I don't think every hair color streak means demon in Kiseki. It's just, it's happened twice, which is kind of weird.
I mean, they did it with the twins. They also have like the streaks.
Her hair is against colors.
Oh, hold on, shut up now.
Oh,
we've reached the to the future part.
That transition was good.
So good.
Jindo, you're master, dude. He composed this too. He composed and rearranged it.
Yeah.
I thought To the Future was doing Zuga. That is Jindo the whole time.
No, it's Jindo, yeah.
Hell yeah, dude. Interesting take with the acoustic guitar.
I love the acoustic guitar edition. It's
really
so it's like fits it so perfect.
Yeah. I'm curious if they're gonna stick with the acoustic the whole time or they're gonna crank it. Don't answer that question. Oh shit. Hell yeah.
There we go.
And I remember going to the finale of Cold Steel 4.
Yeah.
15 hours into a stream. 5 in the morning.
5 in the morning, you do. That's how it always is. Yeah, you beat a Trails game. It's for me. It was 3 a.m., which is, but when I beat CS3, it was 5 a.m. And I the cliffhanger in the CS3, and I had CS4 still in its shrink wrap from eBay.
Nice.
And I put that bitch right in and kept going until the sun came up.
Time for Radiant Hope.
Radiant Hope, okay.
Credits scene.
Oh, it's credits. Which
everyone's looking beautiful and handsome.
Oh, this is CS4 credits. Oh man, when this song played, I teared up the first time I saw this, dude.
Good, yeah. It was. Cold Steel 4 has a lot of issues.
And really, really high highs. And finding Olivier's and Cher's wedding, dude.
Yeah, it was great, man. And everyone looks so good.
All the pictures, everybody dressed up in new different outfits and stuff. The girls, the guys.
Everyone went crazy with the cameos and the image.
Yeah, and that image, that big panoramic image they did.
Yeah.
That was good shit.
Oh, I know, Starman. I'm with you.
It's not a Trails game if you aren't running a Trails of Final Dungeon boss at 3 a.m. in the morning. Yep.
Starman, it's well known that if you go and listen to Felcom music, just don't read the comments. Just don't go to the comments section.
Yeah, just don't read the comments. I'm gonna
It's
enjoy the
never
music.
worth your time. Even the best songs will have people going on like weird musical critiques. It's so odd.
Let's see. I like Falcon Music Channel. I like the I like that they have this so professionally organized.
Music.
Yeah. And they got it in really good quality too. They're really stickler for making sure that the best HD audio quality.
Yep.
So happy. I think I got 5.5 minutes of this. Damn.
It's a place for a whole fucking wedding album.
Yeah, I suppose.
Is this part giving you guys Sky vibes? Because I'm getting Sky vibes.
It's giving me Cold Steel 4 credits vibes.
Yeah, it's just, I don't feel any Sky. I just feel pure.
Yeah, I'm talking like specifically this part.
I guess, yeah, to an extent. It's got similar-ish instrumentation and stuff, but yeah.
How many games do you think are left in the series with that ending? I think there are 4 games left in the series. I think they're going to have a conclusion to this arc, and then I think the next arc's going to have 3 games and we're done.
Yeah, I think I could see 4. My assumption is 4 or 5, but I'm hoping for a smaller number, especially since they seem to be taking more time between games now to make them better.
Even though we said 90%, there's no way it's 90%. There's no way it's only 10% left.
They have no idea
I
how
kind of
far
feel
along
like
they are.
we're gonna be able to like guess the number with the next game. I feel like the next game is gonna tell us how it's gonna go.
I think so too. Next game has to pull double duty because it has to serve as both the conclusion to Van's arc and the bridge to the final arc. Unless they have a separate bridge game, like
It
Reverie or
definitely
something.
feels like we're pushing into the end game territory because once we beat the cube, everything is gonna crumble. It's gonna reveal everything essentially. We're gonna get our first look into what's beyond because the cube seems to be the thing that's holding us in.
Yep. The cradle. So
So
talk about that. Hold on. So the name of the cube is Legjarn, Septarian of Time, and it judges Zemuria based. It judges Zemuria based on sin.
It seems like I don't know what sin stands for, but based on what it was saying in the actual like dialogue, it seems to judge when it's time to reset based on technological advancement. And once they reach a certain point, it will fast track to a reset if need be. Which in this case, we got into space earlier than expected. It reset.
Yeah, it
so
rushed up the reset.
But the interesting thing that was also brought up is that the events that were caused by Osborne and Ishmelgarine actually reset the value.
It decreased the value.
Well, it didn't reset, but it decreased it, yes.
This is weird. Like, why did that happen?
Why?
I don't think that's weird, because this whole thing with Ishmelga and Steel and everything was keeping everyone focused primarily on just Zemuria. It was focusing everyone's attention on the world and not beyond it. And I think that temporarily, it basically temporarily halted progression towards breaking out.
Yeah, because of the trying to unify the continent, it would draw attention away from it.
I think it was just in general. It was literally people were not advancing as they were focusing.
Because they would be stagnant.
Yeah.
Because the whole thing is that seemingly like all the time, each loop more and more we're progressing faster and faster, which has been a big thing with Kaseki, and it makes sense because
the interesting part is what we had like in the set too, because we went 15 years past what we were now, and then they got fucked over.
Yeah, because we have the Rosette situation in which she's from seemingly a loop or something where they made it further because it probably took them longer to advance. But because she showed up, we now have the advancement, the technology they had 50 years later, so reset 50 years earlier.
I think she's from my theory on her is I think she's from one of the different loops. I think she's not.
Oh,
I think
hold
she's from
on. Get over the barrier time.
Oh, shit.
Oh.
She's almost definitely from a different loop, and somehow they either found a way to put her into ours or keep her between them. Anyway, banger though.
This one is good.
Yeah, man. You can't go wrong with getting over the barrier.
George, I don't think there's going to be a problem there at all. The point of the Sky First remake is for people to have a little bit of fun with the classic game they love, and also to get a ton of new people into the series who have been off-put by not wanting to start with an older game. Also, yes, Reset. Been in the name all along.
Yeah, I pointed that out too. That was crazy. The name thing.
We also know Novartis was from the 19,998. Figure out how that's the current loop.
Well, it's not that he's from it, it's that
he was in both.
Was still present in it, and his whole thing is that he was reading his own Wikipedia page to find out if there was ever a loop that he was the only disciple, and he was pogged out about it.
Yep. That's how I got that one too.
Because I think a lot of people are recurring throughout the loops. There's no reason to think they aren't.
But the fact that he was able to get that
This is actually something that we discussed in like the post-fight channel, that I'm not really sure about how the rules work, because it seems like some people are definitely like present in other loops, but it seems like some people aren't.
Well, yeah, it's just because a lot of things can change in a like 2,000-year loop, in which some people might not fuck.
Yeah.
So certain people don't exist because they aren't born.
Right.
So, yeah. Just like how, for example, in the previous loop, there weren't 3 disciples. There was just Novartis. So a lot of things could change. A lot of butterfly effect stuff.
Bonnie, that's right. Reset. It's been in the name all along. Yeah.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Oh,
ooh, that guitar.
Right? Isn't it tight, man?
I think there was also no ring in Class 7 in Reset's loop.
I don't know.
How do we know that?
I don't know. I don't see any reason to assume that personally, but I also don't see no reason to assume that there isn't.
Right.
So I don't know.
I mean, the only conclusion you could draw is that Osborn wasn't here to do his thing, because we went 50 years long without anything happening.
I mean, that could just be because of technological advancement being slower, because they had to actually find this stuff and not just have it dropped in front of them. But
that's also a good point. Yeah, that just wasn't the time for his flying, because everything was slower. This one is really good.
The war between Ereboni and Calvert and Reset's loop went on much longer. Ah, okay.
Maybe. It's possible. I think that in Kai 2 we're going to get a lot more information about previous loops and how they went down differently.
Novartis said he left that black portal. He left that shit unencrypted. So I think that's going to be a big source of stuff.
Area, whatever.
Yeah, he did.
We're going to get a lot of that.
True, actually.
The thing with this area is like people thought this was going to be like some kind of DLC or something, because everyone was like, are we going to go there? But it seems they're saving it for the next game.
Bonnie makes a great point that Kafai did explicitly say this is the results of, overcoming Steel, is that, we shoot to space, we get shut down. So maybe this is... I doubt this is the first loop that Steel's been beaten, because I just find it hard to believe that this many loop... Oh, hold on. It's time for a fucking amazing arrangement.
As your destiny.
This is my favorite version of this song, personally.
Oh.
Cafe, that's a crazy thing to say.
As soon as you tell me which one it is, then I'll be like, oh yeah, that's right.
It's Azure Arbitrator, brother.
Oh shit!
Everyone's a fake fan of these games.
Hold on. This is the part that would have told me Azure Arbitrator. Yeah. Hold on. I didn't know it was Unisuga that composed this. I thought it was the other guy.
I was Unisuga.
Okay. Cafe. Well, I'm on the same page with you. Sometimes it takes a second for it to click and go, aha. Oh, damn, that's good. Because without their actions, none of the Subterraneans would have been stopped. Does Kia have anything to do with this? Like the crossbell time loop? The the loop
That
where
was a different type
the
of time
SSS
loop,
got-
as far as we
okay.
can tell. That was something more localized to that Septarian.
okay.
But we could also be wrong. It could be other loops. We don't have any confirmation on that right now because we haven't had a chance for those characters to think about that. So it could have been other loops like this.
Speaking of Unisuga, guys, at the end of Kai, y'all,
Unisuga song,
dude, I want more Unisuga. It got my hopes up. I'm gonna be honest. Like, I had given up all hope that we were gonna get more Unisuga, and ooh, that was a nice surprise.
He was an artificially made Septarian, yeah. But well, it's more a case of like, was she interfering or like looking into other actual like world loops and resets, or was she doing something more unique to her? Oh, I love the synth in this part.
That's good shit, man.
Completely misremembering, but what he like literally stated she did. I could have sworn there was like
Well,
some
yeah,
dialogue
she
where
literally-
she looked at like worlds.
She looked into different timeline stuff essentially to find one where Estelle and Joshua showed up and could help Lloyd and Co. not die. But we don't know if that has anything to do with the resets that we've been looking at. I think it was a localized thing because of the powers of that Septarian, but we can't say for sure. This has opened up the possibility that it was something related to this.
Well, there's also like all the things that Joachim saw, right? Like at the end, where he says like, "Oh, I see everything that's gonna happen." But he said that, which I mean, it's vague enough to.
But we could also, I don't know. Are we also to assume that the Cold Steel 1 normal ending or Cold Steel 4 normal ending was a different loop, and that's why, and somehow things, I don't know. Hard to say. Killer, I don't know. Dark's just doing other stuff.
Yeah.
I wouldn't worry about it too much. It's fine. Actually, Dark's not allowed in the stream chat ever again. Feb got really angry at her because she said that Laura was kind of a dumb
You got
bimbo,
me.
and he's like, this is
I'm
just
exposed.
too far now.
Kai completely restored my faith in the overarching narrative.
Same, Bomberin.
It seems like a lot of people share their opinion.
Kai made me for the first time in forever feel like Telcom actually has a plan, that they know what they're doing, and that they have an end game in mind. Like, they finally found their path to the end game, and they are cooking. Like, the moment that Reen looked through the telescope and the sky changed, I was just, like,
That was crazy. Yeah.
so locked in. It was great. Yeah, that's true, yeah, because Space Ishmelga presumably is in some way a super deteriorated version of normal Endreen, but also they specifically said it looks like Zoa Gilston, or whatever the fuck his stupid name is. Zoe Gilbert, but also different. So it's like a mix of the two? I don't know. Hard to say. We're gonna find out in Kai
That
too,
part
but...
still confusing me. Like, I don't understand what that was supposed to be. Like,
Also,
what
yeah,
are
the
they
cold
trying to say?
open Sen 3 and Sen 4 were different characters at present, probably different loop. There's Sen 3 and Sen 1, yeah. Corrupted version of Zoa. There's no reason for a corrupted version of Zoa to exist, but there is a reason
Why
for a
is it
corrupted
even here?
Valimar to exist. Because it got up there and it's stuck around between loops for some reason. I don't know how or why, but it seems like it did. Oh, here we go, baby. Speak of the devil. This has got to be the song that plays when you fight him in Kai 2, right?
Oh, dude, that would be sick. That is a crazy start.
Best final boss theme in the series, chat, by the way. Got you muted, by the way.
This reminds me of oh, what's the song I'm thinking of?
I assume it would be Perfect Steel of Zero from Hajimari no Kase.
I know it's that, but the way that they're singing, it reminds me of another like what's it? A boss theme in a Final Fantasy game. I can't remember which one.
Oh.
15?
Ooh, I like this part. Damn, man. This is a really good rearrange of this. I might like this more than the original. Man, what the heck? Okay.
Do you recognize this theme, Feb?
I recognize it. I'm trying to pick. Is this the place in the credits in Reverie?
Mm-mm. It's okay if you don't know explicitly. Yeah, it's Lapis's theme.
I remember Lapis like getting the camera out, and we see all the pictures scrolling. I must be thinking of the wrong song though.
No, we had the little Lapis theme.
No, that's a different one. Okay. Oh shit! The finale when we have the units, not the knights, but the wannabes. The Reverie versions, whatever they're called.
Yeah, I know what you mean. They have the Divine Knights in them. That's how you get that sick moment where fucking Rufus's, whatever his name is like, yo, you'll show me how you've grown, Rufus.
That's true.
The greatest thing ever.
Oh yeah, the Golden Knight.
What's
yeah.
so cool,
I fucking love that moment.
So good.
Oh, this is my little bit right here. I don't know. I love it so much.
You gotta use this for the boss fight.
Oh yeah, this has gotta get used when you fight.
It has to happen. It's too good.
Corrupted, whatever the fuck. It's
that thing that showed up at the end, man, and just said,
yeah,
piece this out.
It's corrupted normal end Green / Zoa Gilbertson or whatever the fuck, like, whatever it is. We're gonna fight it again. I'm thinking we get up there with Green, Crow, and Amelia, and Amelia gets revenge. Amelia's gotta get the last hit on it because Amelia's gotta be like, "Fuck you, motherfucker."
That'd be epic, dude. When they play this shit.
Blast him with 24 nukes.
You know what else? I want, during that section for shard commands, I want Bramhart to have a shard command. From like back on Earth, and he's like calling shit out and like giving you buffs. That'd be tight.
He's giving commands. Man.
That'd be so cool.
What's his weapon,
Bramhart, man?
What weapon would he pull out?
Oh, Bramhart wouldn't have a weapon. He'd just be given the shard command. Bramhart's not a fighter. He's a lover.
I suppose.
No, he's a fighter because he's a soldier, but he's not a fighter like other people.
He presses a red button and sends a bunch of nukes.
Uh-huh. Really setting Reen up for the final blow there, though, because it would be overcoming the Black God Forum.
Oh yeah, it could be.
Are we assuming that's what Kafai meant with the Black God?
Well, presumably he meant that, and potentially the shit going on with Shizuna, since she's got like the weird corruption thing.
I gotta use the bathroom real quick.
Wait a second. Or whatever the fuck's going on there. Forgot what the exact translation of that was, but there's a lot of stuff. I personally want Amelia to be a major part of the final blow because she got fucking one-tapped by him, and she deserves vengeance and justice. She deserves it. She's earned it. So Reen and her can team up. They can team up, and then they become married. And end of the story. Or they can have like a little polyamorous thing.
Do like some bullshit with the Divine Knights. Give her the Aryan Rod one, the silver one.
No, she doesn't need it. She's got Excalibur. She's already sick as fuck. She has fucking like nuke control with Excalibur. I think she's good. She just wasn't ready for that shit. But now if she goes back up there, but she's prepared, she's got it down. That's true. She should get the final blow on the cube. Even though my assumption is that the cube itself will actually be the final dungeon of Kai 2 in some capacity, like entering the Septarian in a way.
We actually discussed this in like the post-Kai chat today. It's like we think the final dungeon is gonna be like inside the cube. We're gonna go inside the cube.
It might not be like literally in the physical cube. It might be within like the space,
like
the
some
power
realm
of
or
the
something.
Septarian, but it would be entered through the cube in some capacity. Because my assumption is we're gonna have some sort of crazy three-way thing playing out. We're gonna have Reen and Crow and some people fighting the normal end Reen thing that's in space, the Ishmelga thing. Meanwhile, Vaughn and his crew and probably some other important people are going to be running through the final dungeon to the actual final boss, whatever that's going to be, as well as then Kevin's going to be doing something. I'm not sure what Kevin's big role is going to be in like the big finale, but he'd be doing something huge too. And then all are happening simultaneously in like a back-to-back triple threat finale final fight thing. Okay. That's like a multi-phaser, and it would be so sick. Kevin could be with Vaughn's crew. Yeah, that would make sense for him to play a big role in, you know, a Septarian thing. But because Rufus could also be with Reen and Crow. We could have 4 mechs. We could have Reen, Crow, Rufus, and Amelia. So it would make sense. We have the 3 Divine Knight Bros and Amelia with Excalibur. It'd be fucking sick. You get a full party that way too. And then, you know, you can have like,
got him.
Anyway, this is a really good one here. I like this one a lot.
OP to FC.
FC intro, brother man. Classic.
I wish I could see your face.
Awesome. He just scared the hell out of him. That was great.
I also have to wonder if Ouroboros will be going to the cube. I feel like right now that's a good question, because like the day that this ended was like the last time of like the president and Grandmaster's contract or whatever agreement. Now we're gonna see what Ouroboros has got up their sleeve. Actually, no, we're going back in time. So
the Grandmaster promised us she's gonna talk to us after this ending. Like she's literally said, after this thing happens, we're gonna talk again. So
interesting. Okay.
Like I'm actually expecting the start of the next game is like straight up just Grandmaster calls everyone here and is like, guys, this is what's going on.
I don't think she's calling everyone there. She's going to be very selective if she talks to anyone. It's going to be like Vaughn directly.
Yeah, probably Vaughn. I don't know if she's going to call anyone else, actually. Because she said...
I have my theory of
Kevin.
how the game will open, and I want to talk about that later. But
Sure, let's do that.
I already told Feb my theory on stream this morning. Yeah, this morning.
Yeah.
Yeah, this morning. I believe the Grandmaster's Adios, and she has lost control of her treasures, and that's why, like, all of this stuff is happening, like what happened in Sky, what happened in Crossbell, what happened in Cold Steel with the with these plans and stuff, because she's the one who's coming up with these plans. She knows too much. And that's why I believe that she is Adios. Like, Grandmaster and Adios are one and the same. And she's trying now to take control.
Go ahead. Keep going. Sorry.
Hold on, actually. Hold on for this part. Give the song a little bit of time, and then you can talk about it more after. Sorry, I just... Okay. Just give you some time to cook. Hold on.
Oh, I thought dark.
Hold it, though. We'll get on that, though. I have a lot to discuss about next game's intro, potentially.
I heard the hint of silver.
You heard a little bit of silver?
Yeah.
I heard that. That was great.
Wow.
That was crazy.
Wow, that's really good.
Hell yeah,
dude. Oh my god.
Yeah, this is a good one. This is a banger.
This is so much better than the original. Are you kidding me?
That's the transition that really fucking blew my balls off, because it just hit so hard, because it teases you with that little bit of Silver Will, and you're like, oh, a little bit of Hamill.
Use this in the remake? Do you think it's gonna be in the remake?
Nah, I don't think so.
No.
Oh man,
Ooh,
if
this
it's
is
in the
good.
remake, I will fucking lose it. That would
I
be
mean,
amazing.
that would be really sick if it would be.
It would be, but
Oh, that would be amazing if they somehow incorporated it into
it's
remake.
percussion.
So good.
Wow, this is really good.
This shit's not on Spotify yet, but at least we got it here on YouTube.
Until they take it down.
No, it's all like Falcom. Thank goodness for Falcom. They allow everybody to use their songs as long as they credit them. It's their
good.
agreement policy. That's why I hope no big company ever buys them, because that shit will go out the window immediately.
Oh yeah.
Oh, apparently the most recent Sky FC trailer uses a bit of this arranged, so... Oh, God, it sounds
Oh.
so good, man.
No way! I was
Really?
right? That's crazy.
Yeah, you know what? He's right. Because I did watch
It's on Spotify?
the newest trailer, and I thought this sounded familiar.
Oh, my God. Fuck yeah.
Oh, they just added it today. Okay, this album is now on Spotify. Hell yeah!
This is my
Wow.
personal favorite song of the album. Just because that Silver
That-
Will arrange is so fucking good, man.
This might be my favorite too.
Actually, hold on. When this song ends, I need to send you a 20-second clip because as I was listening to this, Fab, I realized that I had Shadow Play on.
Oh boy!
But I realized that I could clip my own reaction to it.
Reaction to what?
To that transition.
Oh,
I,
nice.
Bear
Well,
in mind, you know,
back and got
I
it.
wasn't streaming or anything. I was sitting alone in my bedroom listening to this, but I still just had a very.
Do you mind if I share on
Amazing.
stream? You want me to share on
Yeah,
stream?
yeah,
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, there's nothing to see. You don't need to show it. It's just the album cover because it's my monitor, but it's more about me vocalizing.
Okay, let's see if I can get
opinion.
this to work right. Hold on.
By the way, Blue, I think me and you are going to be on the same page with what you were talking about earlier.
Hold that thought.
Hold on a second.
Hold that. Oh.
Oh, they cook, man! God, they're cooking like crazy, man!
Oh my God, Blue's got the best reactions. I
I love
swear.
it
so much fun listening to the album. That's all I just wanted to share.
Damn it, Blue! I'm not gonna be able to watch your streams because you're gonna stream that game, aren't
I
you?
know. I'm streaming Expedition 33 at 3 a.m.
Fuck.
today. I'm
I
playing
don't
it all
wanna
day
be
tomorrow.
spoiled, dude. So I can't. I can't.
I'm
watch
sorry.
the
I can't
stream.
either.
I think this is the last song, so after this we can discuss all our Kai stuff.
This is not the last. This is the
After
second to
we
last.
can cook.
Is this the second to last?
This is the end. This is the song that plays at the end of SC, right? Yeah, there's one more that's called Overdosing Heavenly Bliss.
Heavenly Bliss is next, of course.
The last
3
one.
a.m. Madman. Yeah, Fun Guyver. Yeah.
Well, this song's gonna get me copyright. This is the only song that gets me copyright claimed.
This is the
the
song
whole
at
series.
the end of SC.
It probably won't because it's the arranged version.
We'll see.
Who
This
knows,
is
though?
the end of SC.
Yeah.
Yep.
When I
Apparently
played
Fun Guy.
when I played CS1 and I streamed it on YouTube, I got copyright claimed for the first time because of this song. Apparently, Falcom used this song was used in
the anime version, right?
no, it's
I will
used.
pray
There's
back.
actual
No?
like an actual like famous person sang the song first, and they
Oh, that's
they
why.
took it and changed it. Yeah.
Some fucking person.
So it's not the
Or
song. It's the what's the song? It's the
The
there's a certain
singer.
word for
yeah.
it. The structure of it matches the other one.
Yeah, since I played Cold Steel 1 first, that before I played the Sky series,
Mhm.
when I got to the end of SC and I heard this song, I was like, "Oh my God, this is the song that Emma was singing
Yep.
in Cold Steel!" Like I freaked out
Yup.
because of the connection. I was like, "Oh my God, okay, it makes total sense now." And then I remembered that Olivier was singing along to it as well. in,
Yup.
Cold Steel 1, and
That's
it just,
right.
oh God, all the feels, dude.
I'm surprised Jino brought the singer back, Emil. Nice. It's the same vocal, yeah. From the original. Not the more recent singer they used. Good shit. The composer of the song was Kohei Wada.
songs is this? Is it, what,
14.
12 or something?
14.
It's 14 songs, but if you
14?
count all of the like bonus songs that are in the middle of the arrangements, it's more
Yeah.
like 20.
Yeah, it's like almost double. Yeah.
That's pretty great.
After all this
By
time,
the way,
SC is
Kev, I
still
just realized I can send you the meme screen for Kai now.
Oh yeah, I want to see it.
Oh yeah, his meme screen was fucking off the chain, dude. I was like,
always
what
off the chain.
fuck is all this shit?
I'm gonna look at it and be like, what the fuck is this?
The meme screens are always big.
man.
I'll wait till we're done with the music, but
Sounds good. I'm gonna start playing some Final Dungeon themes after this.
I still think Kuro 1 is my favorite meme screen, though. That one
The
was just
Kuro
so
one was
packed.
the funniest because of all the MTL memes that generated themselves.
Well, that one is just so packed with funny shit because that game was weird that time.
Fun Diver.
Ryan Schwartz, yep, fun guy, already know.
Ryan Shores?
Ryan
Oh my
Schwartz.
God,
Yeah, that's
how,
Green's name.
That's how the FTL translated
Yeah,
his name.
Ryan Schwartz there, you know Ryan Schwartz?
Ryan
Arm
Shores.
booster.
Oh yeah, arm booster, Crow arm blaster.
Arm blast.
Throw arm blast.
Oh my
Oh, shit.
god.
Okay, that part's gonna get me very clear, I think. Damn,
No,
she's
and
got
the
it, man. She's
part
still
where
got
it
it.
keeps like translating bracers to Yu-Gi-Oh! Association.
Oh yeah, that was the Hajibari.
Yeah, the Yu-Gi-Oh!
Association.
Quattro
Yes,
was
but
Cuddles
it-
or something, some shit?
Yeah, I don't even call him Quatre or whatever. He's just Cuddles to me.
Okay, what is... Tell me again what MTL translated the Bracer Guild to?
Yu-Gi-Oh! Association.
Yu-Gi-Oh! Association?
I don't know why.
Yes.
Yu-Gi-Oh! Association.
That was only
Yeah.
in Deep L, you know. That's the olden days. It was since
It
Yield
legit
this.
said Yu-Gi-Oh! It was so funny.
What a banger, man.
Oh hey Hansuke.
What's up, Hansuke? How's it
Hansuke.
going, man?
Oh, Hansuke!
we've got one song left after this. It's Overdosing Heavenly Bliss, and if it doesn't play during whatever Kevin's final fight is in Kai 2, I'm gonna be annoyed.
Okay.
Yo.
It has
I
to.
don't,
It's perfect.
I don't blame
for
you
it.
there.
Have you listened to this Hansuke? Well, never mind. That's a dumb question. I'm sure you have.
I did, yeah.
He heard this before it ever
Jam,
got released. I'm just kidding. I don't know. Ooh, shit.
I
Hold up.
mean,
Hold up. Hold that thought.
Oh my god.
Oh, shit.
Oh man.
Oh.
Ooh.
that
Oh,
term
wow.
makes sense.
See that organ to open it up? Oh.
Holy fuck, dude. Oh yeah.
It is crazy.
I got goosebumps right now. You have no idea.
I will only accept it not playing for Kevin's fight if they somehow have something better for it.
Yeah. But this is the obvious choice.
My favorite final
Given this
boss theme,
fucking banger.
You guys
It's
even
still-
think that they're gonna be in the next
Dreamy Boisterous
game?
Holy Land.
yes, still,
I know it.
it's so fucking good. Oh, damn.
God, this is so fucking amazing.
This whole you should listen to this whole album sometime, Dark. It's all on YouTube or on Spotify.
Phenomenal.
I have been listening. I've been here since almost the beginning.
Almost
There you go. There you go.
Horn Lions. I think that's the one you're gonna like the most, Dark.
Blue Destination was amazing. Sorry, but
gotcha.
Blue Destination is my heart and soul, dude.
Oh, yeah, okay.
That's
Ooh.
Reed and Crow's song, man.
And this part.
That's percussion when it kicks in, man. I wish there was someone in the comments going like, "Nah, this isn't better than the original." Always fun guy, always.
So like, surely they're gonna bring Reese back, right? Like,
absolutely,
she's gonna
yeah.
be there with Kevin.
Yeah.
Yeah,
They,
she's
they
gonna be.
kept bringing her up in Kai. Like they kept saying, "Oh, where's that fucking glutton that always follows him around?"
Yeah, they were saying that.
So she's gonna show up and she's gonna be like, "Kevin, you've got that look in your eyes again." He's gonna say,
Exactly.
"Sorry, sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do." And she's gonna hit him with a baguette.
A baguette.
Because you're French. Haha.
Break it over his head.
So to be fair, I
Dude,
don't
what
think-
if there's a Rufina remnant?
Oh,
Oh man, actually, I mean that'd be kind of. I don't know. They've kind of already gone
I feel like
over
it's already.
that.
I feel like it's already passed. It's time for.
We've already kind of covered that in Sky
Yeah.
Third to an extent.
That's fair.
Agree.
But it could be. Oh yeah,
I'm
man.
just wondering if they're even gonna bring them all back. Like,
That's one more in Too Dark. I mean, it's rewinding.
We need at least.
It's
We need like the green one.
actually technically y'all. This opportunity in my chat, y'all didn't use the dead end emote at the end of the end of the stream.
oh man, we missed it.
Y'all missed the chance. Essentially, it's a rewind,
Okay,
just
well,
like
I'm
in
gonna rectify
Pro Tour.
that right now. Hang on. Dead ends in
Yeah,
chat.
Bonnie, I don't want that either. But Bonnie, they could do it because they're going to have a model for him, so they might just do it.
No, no,
Yeah,
no, I don't
we
want
brought that
either.
up in the
I don't want it at all,
post-Kai
but-
discussion. Yeah. Also, like of the remake, you're gonna have a model.
We were too sleepy.
All bawling our eyes out too at the end.
I didn't. Okay, so
Yeah, I know you didn't cry, Fab.
admittedly,
I also was not like super emotionally broken by it. I
Right.
was still soaking in just how crazy everything
Exactly,
was. I think
exactly.
I didn't have time to get sad. It
Same.
was just too
Oh, it
crazy.
destroyed me.
Yeah,
I
This is
bawled
actually
my
just-
eyes
Extreme
out.
whiplash at what everything
It was
that
just
happened.
so much to think about. I didn't have time to waste being emotional. Even though Kai is the game that made me really, really like Agnes, whereas Kuro 1 and 2, I felt like
Yeah,
she
it
was
made
just
me
kinda
Team
there.
Agnes. It's crazy.
I mean, Kai is the game that made me actually become interested and engaged with every member of the party, which was really good because Rosette
If
was a
reset
huge
story relevance, that's
lame-o for
crazy.
me.
reset.
Yeah, but Blue, you even said that there was too much of Van or Van's team in.
Oh, I still feel that way. I still feel like the way that they generally paced the routes had too much fun. Even though I care a lot more about his group, there were one or two sections where I was like, man, I don't need to be hanging out with these people that much. And I think the
It could
reason
be
for
more
that is
polished,
because Act
easily.
1 is so long where you're just stuck with them and not much is
Ace, try
happening
again.
that it's like I needed more variety. But it's okay because ultimately, you know, it did a lot for the group. I like what they did a lot.
Okay, this is a good.
And,
This is a good final dungeon theme. Sorry, I had to hear it for a second. I forgot how good the final dungeon theme was.
What is this? What are we doing here? Oh, this is the super arranged version. Okay.
Mm,
Oh, yeah, by the way, here's I'm gonna send you the meme screen, Fab.
sweet.
Hi, no Kasaki meme screen.
Anyway, I'm very
Yeah,
curious
I know.
to hear how you think the game.
Yeah, let's look at this real quick, and then I'm gonna talk about that.
Oh my
course.
gosh.
Look at
Why you
Kevin,
gotta
dude.
put
Look
the
at
one?
Make sure
Kevin.
it's on stream.
Oh, hold on. Let me make sure. Oh, a second. Let me fix something real
So
quick.
if anyone here isn't
Oh,
familiar,
God.
on my playthroughs, I always my start screen always turns into a shit fest of nonsense, as you can see.
Oh my god.
It's a lot to take in.
I like the part with the text from Kevin where it's like dead aside among us.
Oh yeah,
Okay,
man, of course.
okay, Blue. Why did you change Kevin's face though? I'm very curious.
Because he said that aside, Among Us. There's no other reason.
The Elaine
I'm
one
glad
is
you think
golden.
so, Barbara.
Where's the Elaine one at?
Right next to Von
Oh my
Sweppen.
god.
Oh my god.
I have so many questions.
Yeah, feel free to ask. I can give you the best answers I can provide.
Bro, did you do
Ryan
that because Elaine is so irrelevant?
She
Is that
doesn't
why
do
you did it
anything
like that,
ever,
Blue?
man.
I knew it.
It's
I
true.
was trying
there.
for her to do something.
Oh, that wub wub right there. That was good.
That's a good range. It's good range.
I will say this though, Blue. Elaine is the most busted support in the entire game.
Oh, she's
Bar none.
great. I think that Rosette is ultimately the most busted because of the advance, but Elaine is the immediate like bonus of advancing you because you advance with Rosette and then Elaine does more
Yeah,
of her
she's got
crazy
S
shit.
boost too, dude. Like,
So
there are very few characters that have S boost.
I think Rosette ends up being the craziest because she can bring the other broken characters directly to the forefront again. So it's like she's like the mama broken character to bring all the baby
Right.
broken characters forward to do more crazy shit. It's great.
Why did
I love
you
it.
add Ash to this? Ash, what
Huh?
the hell?
Where is
Like
he?
one of the
Oh,
one of the
yeah.
It was in the
NTLs.
bottom right.
Somebody called him like Ash Cayenne or something.
He's in
I don't-
Cayenne's outfit too.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I put him in Cayenne's outfit.
That's amazing.
That was a shit
The
one. alright.
dialogue above Crow is also good, where he advocates for like skipping boring dialogue.
Okay, what is the one with the Mango Wisp band?
I was about to say, I was about to ask that one too, Hansuke.
What? Which one?
Mango Wish Band
Oh, the Mango Wisp band.
and Falcon.
Oh, I probably something happened, and so my girlfriend banned Falcom from speaking in my channel. Though I don't think Falcom has a Twitch channel, so I don't know who Falcom is, but they can't speak in my Twitch chat if they ever want to.
Oh.
My god, dude.
The top left corner, I'm glad, Kaito. I laughed my ass off during the Agnes date when I fucking told her, hey, Agnes, hold on. I need to go hang out with my friend's dad. I know we're having a date. I'm going to go hang out with my friend's fucking middle-aged father.
Oh no.
Ooh, that bass. Damn.
That's great.
Hilarious.
Van's got the freaking Hungry Man belt again.
Yeah, he has it in all of them because he's hungry. He's got a fucking dessert blog,
That's
all
true.
right?
That's true.
He's a hungry guy. I also don't know if you've noticed that I increased the size of Mon's nose.
Yeah, I see that. I see that.
Yeah. He
The
sniffs a
place
lot.
under the
Because he's
dog,
smelling
though.
things.
Also, yes, Kurt is a lock-picking lawyer. I
So-
don't remember why.
Why the French flag?
Remember the thing with Walter? Because
the
he
French
kept
flag,
aspirating.
that's a
My
great
feet are on there
question.
too, Fab.
I don't know why the
Risha
French
and,
flag is
Golden
there.
Butterfly.
You don't know.
I don't remember why the French flag is there, but I feel like I put it there very early.
And Kurt
So,
with a master lock.
Yeah, he's a lock-picking lawyer. I think I played lock-picking lawyer videos whenever I went AFK for some reason.
Really?
I don't know why.
That's good shit. I mean, he's got good shit.
He does. Oh, you know what it was? Because I had a picture of Kurt's face behind the game capture, so every now and then if the game capture would disappear, Kurt's face would just take up the whole screen.
Like just a jump scare.
Yeah, it's like, oh, hey, Kurt. Sorry, I didn't see you there, you know.
What was the Golden Butterfly in the Risha one? Because
So
I
there's
can't
a-
read what that
there's an
can
inc-
says.
It says leg healing pills. So the joke is a stretch. The point is there is an incredibly pointless fight with Golden Butterfly and Risha in Kevin's last chapter where Kevin and Co are like, oh, we're going to go to Curl Village because it's crazy shit there. And then Risha and Golden Butterfly are just like, hold on, if you want to come here, then you have to like prove that you really want to come in here.
It's some
for
bullshit,
reason.
yeah.
Meanwhile, they have the fucking movie director behind them like he's earned his keep.
Yes, of
And
course.
it's just such a pointless
Not as
battle
bullshit
that
as Kevin's final fight. I'm just saying, dude.
it just
I'm
felt
just
like
saying.
the most pointless fight, and so I don't know. Somehow that turned
Such a
into they
shit
would probably prevent a cripple from getting their special leg healing pills.
See, I noticed you got the Brave Order up on the top right. Why that one in particular?
Oh, that one's the most broken Brave Order in the game. By
the one
far.
that increases the speed. The one that.
Yeah, that's an insane speed buff.
Altera, right?
I don't know what it's called in English.
Ah.
Yeah, it's Altera.
It's the insane speed buff.
Arutima tall. Yeah, it's been a while since I read Katakana. Hold on. Now that I haven't worked for Zero Field in a while, I'm starting to get rusty on my Katakana.
Yeah, but that Brave Order is busted.
It is super busted. It's crazy. Like, you don't appreciate it
Yeah,
as much in lower difficulties because enemies aren't as fast, but in Kai on higher difficulties, you saw it a bit when you were doing that one fight on Nightmare, but enemies will just get a string of like 10 attacks on you back to back without stopping if you don't have good speed up.
Not bad.
That reminds me, do you have the clip where like the final fight where like Rune just destroyed you without you getting a turn?
So, okay, yeah, so Chad convinced me to do the final boss on Nightmare. So I went through the gauntlet of the jobbers, the space fight, and then I got to the big Rune fight. And I'm like, all right, here we go. I'm so hyped. The fight started. Rune got the first turn, immediately put his Brave Order up, and then he just, like, comboed me to death and killed everybody instantaneously before I could even get a turn.
Yo, the
Yeah.
bell!
Do you have a clip of that?
I do not have a
The
clip
song
of it.
is so
but
good.
It was funny.
No.
Yeah, the song was great.
Okay, that shit was super funny.
Also, I don't know if you noticed the whale up there, but he should be relevant to your playthrough as well, Fib.
Yep, dude, he's conquering the world. He's in space.
Yeah.
Conquers all.
Oh, yeah. You know, that's the general meme screen. There's a bunch of stuff on there. I don't know who that guy under Kevin is, but I think he was our best friend. Ryan, his name was Ryan. We loved that
Ellie's
guy.
dad, he was a Giga
Ellie's
Chad.
dad, yeah.
Yeah.
Ellie's dad.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
was huge, man. He was getting final blows left and right. Does
Yeah,
Crow have a
he killed
Mega
all
Man
the
cannon?
enemies.
Hydra, Crow has a Mega Man blaster on his arm because he's Crow Arm Blast.
Pro arm blast.
Get it? Don't get it twisted.
Okay, I just noticed the fucking participation certificate for Sal for S-crafting.
Oh, dude. So the meme of Sal not having an S-craft has been a long-running one on
Yes.
my stream and everywhere. And that bro, he has an S-craft cut-in, and then he just does a normal craft. Bro, the betrayal.
Also the S break with Walter.
Oh,
I remember that fight.
So yeah, I was blasting through Grimgarten on very easy because I was just, rushing through to get it done, and then there just happened to be a Walter fight, and bro S broke me 3 times back to back, and it did no damage.
No damage.
It's like, I'm sorry, Walter, you deserve better, but also, we couldn't have seen this coming.
And the joke was he doesn't know we're on easy.
He doesn't know.
He doesn't know we're on easy.
I've got to watch, if you got some really good clips from your playthrough, now that I can actually watch them, Blue, let me know. Send them my way.
But Bonnie,
I wanna see some of this
hold
shit.
on. I gotta grab that clip from the final boss. So on the final
That was
boss,
so
I
funny.
ended up doing it on hard, but I challenged myself by saying I'm not doing any defensive orders
Okay.
because I wanted it to be really spicy, and it was. Let me see if I can find the one. Oh, hold on. I have a couple that are all and enemies getting a bunch of turns.
Okay.
Hold on. I have 2 big ones I want to share. I'm gonna grab those real quick.
By the way, guys, if you guys are just joining in, me and Blue, we host a podcast, a music-focused podcast every month.
We do.
The next one's going to be the final boss themes, y'all. It's going to be the big one. That's what we're doing next, right? Yeah, final boss themes, I think. We did the catch-up stream last one, so now we're finally going to get a final boss themes. You can check it out in the playlist. Well, shit, that playlist is probably going to go away soon because of freaking Twitch. But I am in the process of uploading all my shit from Twitch still to YouTube.
Oh, you know what?
The upcoming
This is
one,
the big one.
It's usually the first
go
or
ahead.
second weekend. Usually it's the first or second Friday of each month that you release. Be sure to follow this channel here so that you're notified. Or you can join the Discord server where we announce it and we let everybody put in the request for what songs for us to listen to.
So this is the main one I want to share, which was during the final boss,
Okay, hold on.
and it's just I just
Let me see.
the only moment a character gets respect in the entire game.
All right, hold on. Here we go.
Be sure it's unmuted. Yeah.
All right, here we go.
The song is so good.
oh no.
You can't. He's done it so many times. We're dead.
I remember this dude because I was watching
It was
it.
so funny.
We were all
Oh,
watching it from the after party.
I don't want to look.
Yep. Hold on. You got two. Hold on, are you still fucked again?
Elaine, I take back everything bad I've ever said about you. You're my queen. I take it all back.
Do stuff.
I'm sorry. I mispronounced their name. I'm sorry. Kasim, my queen.
Seeing my queen.
You should watch the whole goddamn VOD. It is absolutely hilarious.
Funny.
Dude, I wish there was some way.
Dude.
I wish so badly there was some way I could like watch Blue's like his blind playthrough of Trails games and then wipe my memory and play it myself. I wish so badly I could do that, but I just can't. Damn it! So I want to be there live. There's nothing like being there live.
It was hilarious, dude. We were all in the after party cracking the fuck up. It was great.
That's right. You guys were in the
we were in the after party watching the
my
finale.
After party was all gathered together doing a watch party, watching your fucking stream. Just so you know.
Yeah. Oh, hold on. There was the Yunkafai Goes for a Walk one that I posted, but you didn't get a chance to watch because you were doing the fight.
Oh boy.
Which was when Yunkafai just decided to just attack me a lot. And it just
that
shocked
motherfucker
me.
is
Oh, we have a tier list
else.
here?
Yes,
Where's the tier list come from?
So this right here.
Yeah.
This right here is my tier list of the series so far.
Oh, are you going to decide where to place Kai?
Yes, I am. Yes, I am. So I'm going to go ahead and talk about my thoughts of the game. So... this is a banger.
Fuck up, man. Just play the music, man. No one wants to hear you talk right now.
All right. Sounds good.
I'm kidding. Share your thoughts. Tell me about Kai.
I'll let the music play. No, it's all good.
Fab, it's okay. Fab, tell me what you want to... Tell me your opinion right now.
Fab.
I think about...
Fab, shut the hell up. I want to hear the music. Okay, Fab, share your opinion. I'm serious. I want to hear it now.
Well, dang, Blue.
Blue, you're such a jerk.
I know.
You're such an ass.
Did you feel my glare through the camera?
Yeah, he probably did.
Singing seems to be pretty powerful too. All right. You got music, you got plot, you got pacing, and you got the characters. So those are the four things I like to rate my games on.
Pretty fair.
Music,
fair,
and I rate them all 1 through 10. Music in this game. Okay, it's the best one of the Calvert arc. Okay, for sure, but definitely not the best in it.
Oh, the stanky bass, brother!
Hold up.
Sorry,
hold on. That's paused me too. I forgot about this. Damn, he's slapping, man.
Slap that. All right.
Okay, so
continue now.
Excuse me, Gal. Anyway, so I think it's the best in the arc, but not the best in the series. I'm gonna give it a solid 7.5 overall in music.
That's fair.
As a whole, including the ones that are just kind of meh, I have to include those too because it's the whole soundtrack. There were some amazing bangers though. The Unisuga shit, holy crap, I love it.
We're just past the point of Falcom where every song is like A tier. Like we're not there anymore. Sadly, so I'm with you. I get you.
I still wish for a motif. If there was a fucking motif, we haven't had one since frickin' CS4 though, so no, it's been before that even, isn't it?
No, CS4 was using like Heimdall motifs and stuff.
Heimdall motifs. Yeah. It's just I miss the days when each game had its own like unique identity. Like Zero and Azure each had their own like musical identity. I miss that a lot. The pacing was also in my opinion the best in the arc. Act 1 wasn't okay. So Blue, you can go ahead and shoot me down here. Act 1 wasn't as bad as I feel like.
Oh, I think we definitely set such a low expectation that it could only have been better than we made it sound.
Maybe you did it on purpose because I was expecting the worst.
I didn't do it on purpose. I fucking hate Act 1 in this game. But it makes up for it big time.
What's another one that I like from this? Okay, Debug Hall.
Well, Blue, for you it was mostly because you already had the expectation that we knew something cool was gonna happen.
Well, I was under the impression that with a game called Farewell Zemuria, we were gonna get into some crazy shit, but then instead we spent 10 hours doing fucking 4 SPGs. It was literally just 3 sections of Vaughn walking around, looking at boards and saying, there's nothing to do today, we'll have to just do something later. And it was like, it definitely, again, I'm very Ooh, this sounds cool. I'm very much under the impression that Act 1 is structured the way it is, literally to get people who skipped Kuro 1 and Kuro 2 up to speed on the characters. I still believe that. Because I think a lot of people did skip Kuro 1 and 2 because of whatever reasons. And I think it existed so people could be like, okay, I know who these people are now, and I know the city now.
It kind of had some lows, but the highest peak in the series overall in the end.
Oh yeah, it's the best
was
finale in
amazing.
the series, in my opinion.
Absolutely, I agree.
So let me do that things really quick because I gotta go to the bathroom here.
Yeah.
Number 2 is the story. The story gets fucking. It goes off the chain here. We finally get some answers, like some big answers, some big reveals. But you also get some big questions too. But that's good. Like I'm down with that. I love how. I'll be honest. This is a cliffhanger. I thought it was going to be like the biggest cliffhanger ever. It's a cliffhanger. Don't get me wrong. But
it's an insane cliffhanger, but it's not one that leaves you annoyed.
Yeah, exactly. Like if it makes sense.
Gets you excited.
It does.
Yeah, it's exciting.
I want the next game bad though. Don't get me wrong. I want to know what happens next really fucking bad, but not to the degree like where CS3 left me. CS3 left me like I felt like it was rude. Like the way they ended that was
like
rude
blue
as hell.
balls.
Yeah.
This game is like a promise.
Right. Or even FC. Oof, I mean, FC's cliffhanger was something. And CS1 as well. No boom sound effect. Yeah, they missed out there.
No, I'm glad they didn't do a stupid boom. I love the melancholic credits they did with everything, like the montage and then ending with.
And
Sorry,
Van
Agnes
reaching out
gone.
and then it fades
Bye-bye.
away. Yeah, that was crazy.
I rate this story overall, the plot. I give it a solid 8. A solid 8. Like a really no, maybe 8.5. I give it 8.5. The way they ended that with the Grim. No, you know what? Purely because Falcom. You know what? I'm proud of Falcom. I'm going to give it a 9 because Falcom decided to actually give us some fucking answers, and I'm going to give it a 9 purely because of that. It's really fucking good story. Let's see. The other one is the pacing. Pacing was really good. Pacing, not as good as Zero though. I don't know. No, it is.
I feel like Hajimari is still the pinnacle.
Hajimari is the pinnacle of pacing,
which is why it's up there in the triple S tier.
Yes. I'd say
Pacing for
I
me.
think an 8 is fair. I think.
They're okay. They have his moments, but just that.
It definitely follows the Kiseki structure of chapter start, nothing
say 8.
happens for 2 hours.
For a while,
and then
yeah.
it gets interesting.
Yeah. And then they cram pack everything that matters in the last 20 minutes. But, yeah.
Kiseki loves backloading chapters.
Yeah. I'm gonna give it an 8. And then the characters, amazing. I mean,
This is like the most interesting character game we've had in a while.
Yeah, dude, they made Reset. This game taught me that Reset was not going to be suffer the same fate as my previous waifu from the previous arc.
Previous blue-haired woman.
Yes. Reset is actually fucking relevant. Thank God.
They even made Fairy interesting by having a potential future Fairy involved. Like,
yeah, the Green Remnant.
That was huge.
Wait, what?
Yeah, Elaine, sadly, she's still Elaine.
So here's the thing. Funny thing you mentioned that. And at the end of Hajimari, I thought that Elaine was going to be the MC.
That was the most relevant.
But that was
Elaine
that was it.
Ever.
That was like legit. That was the best that the most relevant she ever got. Oh, okay, we're going back to the OG here.
Maybe Fun Guy. We don't know, but it's a theory because they explicitly don't show her face, but have certain characters react in a certain way. And
I thought it was Ida, personally.
No, the hair doesn't.
Yeah, but the thing is, like the Green
I'll be right back.
Remnant
I gotta go to the bathroom, take a break here.
Go for it.
I'll be back in like 3 to 5 minutes.
The Green Remnant like says to Fairy, basically like, "Oh, you expected somebody else." Like she's insinuating that we thought it was gonna be Ida, but it's not.
She very much pokes fun at like both Fairy and the player for expecting it to be Ida, and also here's the big meta reason I don't think it's her at all. If it was her, there is literally zero reason not to show her face when they showed everyone else's.
True.
But the fact that they explicitly hid her face is like a hey, we're teasing you. This is something bigger than that. And it makes sense for it to be some sort of like old fairy, which would be incredibly interesting. Because if it's just Ida, like why hide the face. There's no reason to do that. Why have her have that have that reaction? It's super interesting.
There's like also the point that like Elaine pointed out, like the skin color, and Ida is light skinned, so
she is.
You can't be her.
So that all points to fairy, which is super cool. If that's what it is, I'm very curious to see how they handle that.
But the thing is, if it's fairy, I'm so interested why they decided not to reveal it. Like, what are they cooking with her?
Well, that's because it's supposed to be like one. Like they still have a couple of remnants they haven't fully shown, so it's like they're keeping some stuff in the dark. And also, Baumer's, again, speaking of characters, Graham, Hart, and Hamilton got so much this game too for like who they are, their motives, their emotional investment things. It's just the game did such a good job. It's a shame that again Elaine is just kind of there. I'm gonna hold out hope that because of Rune's big involvement in things in the next game, more so than ever before, that Elaine has a higher stake in it and we get more out of her, and it's not just Vaughn and Rune having their moments. So fingers crossed. Only here for a little, as I gotta prepare my ears for Expedition 33. Zombie, ain't that the truth? Zombie, only 5 more hours.
Hyped, dude. I'm so excited.
Everyone is playing it. That's crazy.
I'm so ready. Please, the French.
I cannot believe I didn't know about this game until today.
I'm surprised you didn't, because I know that I've brought it up a ton. And I guess you just happen to not be listening at those moments, either on Feb's stream or my own stream.
Yeah, no. Maybe
Again,
I just didn't,
I envy you, because
or
if you had known, it would have made the wait so painful. But now you just learn about it and you're like, oh, it's coming out tomorrow. Great.
I know my friend Adam, he messaged me, he goes, dude, you gotta watch this 5-minute video on this new game coming out soon. And I'm like, okay. So I watched it and I instantly fell in love. I saw it was turn-based. It reminds me a lot of Like a Dragon. It's got the real-time elements, and that stuff too. And I was like, oh my fuck! And it's under the sea, like the ocean. It looks like it's so beautiful. It's a bunch
of stuff. Like I've tried to stay blind to a lot of stuff, and they've done a great job with marketing, with withholding a lot of info. But the world is just super
just
crazy.
This 5-minute video made me fall in love. I was like, okay.
Oh, oh man, you've seen like very little of the game. That's great. That's great.
Oh yeah, very little, very little. I wanted to see enough action, like to make sure it was turn-based, and then that was pretty much it. That's the only video that I've seen. Blue, I've not seen anything else.
The combat is turn-based with real-time inputs that can be turned off on like other accessibility difficulties and stuff. But it is essentially. Have you ever played any of the Mario RPG games?
No, I haven't, but I have played 16, Final Fantasy 16.
Well, I mean more so
like
because of it's like a dragon, but how there's how enemies attack you have defensive inputs. When you attack, you have timed inputs to do more damage and stuff. So
did we derail to Claire Obscure?
So listen, one person showed up and said Expedition 33, and
for my next topic.
It's time for you to do something you've never done in your entire life. It's time for you to get us back on track.
So the overall rating for Kai no Kiseki, y'all. I'm gonna give it, considering all those ratings, I'm gonna give it a solid 9. I think. Like it's really,
so where does that put it then? Is that?
Where does it go on the list?
I assume 9 is S tier, because I assume 10 out of 10 is.
It's definitely S or higher. I'm thinking here.
See, my thing, I would love to put it in triple S, but I feel like it has enough issues between some pacing problems, early game not doing too much.
The first chapter disqualifies it, I think.
Yeah.
What'd you say, Ken?
I'm with you on the pacing, actually, Blue.
I think the first chapter disqualifies it from Triple S, I think.
It's not as perfect as Hajimari, even though the end of it is better than anything we've gotten in the franchise, and certain stuff is crazy as well. I think it's like top of S or like just under third for me personally.
So just so you guys know, this tier list, this is my personal tier list, my opinion. Okay.
Yeah.
Everybody's got one.
Feel free to put it in C tier. Everybody will like that.
Put it wherever you want.
You know what? Yep, we're gonna put it right there. No, I'm just kidding. No. Let's see. By the way, this is my tier list. If you guys want to use it, you can use it. I put it up years ago, and I updated the images back in October. But I'm gonna put it. Actually, I gotta put the English version of this one. I'm gonna put it. See, third is so good. Third is. I think Reverie and third. There's a reason why those are my two top right now. I like the structure of Reverie and third so much because all the other ones have the samey structure of, all right, you start a chapter, you do a whole bunch of side quests, you do a little bit of main story. All right, next day, you do some side story, you do some side quests. It's like the same formula over and over and over again. And I like that Reverie in third. I like how it changes up the formula quite a bit. It's refreshing to me at least, okay?
Yeah.
And that's why I really rate third and Reverie so much. So I'm gonna put it right here. That's where I'm gonna put it. Yeah.
That's fair.
That's it.
Thank God. If you put that under Cold Steel 4, I would have fucking had some personal opinions that would have myself.
On the frying pan.
I'm putting it right there. I'm finally caught up. Yes. All right. Next is gonna be freaking Kai 2 or whatever they call it. Not a bad spot. It's not a bad spot at all. That's pretty freaking high up, dude. That's a lot of games. And even these games, they don't suck. I don't know. I just don't like them as much as these up here. I like all these games. I recommend everybody play all these games.
They're good fun. So now, we've ranked the game. We've talked about a bunch of stuff. Dark and I were talking about how we think Kai 2 is going to open. And we can definitely talk more about Kai itself, too. But I want to share.
Okay,
so my thought is I'm talking at the very opening of the game. Not the first chapter. I'm picturing the first fucking 30 minutes of the game. It's the start of Daybreak 1. Vaughn is resting on the couch with a magazine on his face.
Yes.
He wakes up, he stretches. No one knocks on the door. He just kind of gets up. He looks outside. He's like, oh, damn, afternoon already? Because no one woke him up. Agnes never showed up to ask him to come out and do stuff. Elaine isn't there because they're not reacquainted yet, because that happens later in Kuro 1. So Vaughn's just alone, but he feels like something's probably off as he's going through the day. But you just go through the motions of the day.
Holy shit.
And it's weird because you're going through all this stuff that you're familiar with, but Agnes ain't there. So Vaughn's doing different shit. You probably, you hear about some stuff happening that you would have been closer with in Kuro 1, but Vaughn's probably got this feeling in the back of his brain that something's off. And eventually, throughout this chapter, where you, the player, are like, come on, something has to happen. Please give me something.
And the Grandmaster
shows up. Green shows up. The Grandmaster shows up and pulls Vaughn in and talks to him.
Grandmaster? You think the Grandmaster's going to show up in the prologue?
Oh my God, you think the Grandmaster is going to tell him about Agnes?
I don't think she's going to explicitly state stuff, but I think at some point early in the game, Act 1, Grandmaster's going to talk to Vaughn because she literally told Vaughn in the optional content.
She did,
by the way.
She did say that,
that she's going to talk to him after this is all done.
The fact it's optional blows my fucking mind, by the way.
Ooh, wait a minute. That's so true. Denki, Yume, she's going to fucking bring it up. She's going to be like, Vaughn, isn't someone supposed to be here? And he's going to be like, what are you talking about, you big-headed little alien?
Oh, you know what? What if Mare... No, well, wait a minute, though. Mare was taking over Yume at the end of the game. So what if Mare is the one who tells Van?
Well, it's going to be a mix. It's going to be Mare is there, kind of. Yume kind of remembers stuff from when Mare was in her head. Dude. Vaughn feels like something's wrong, and it's going to be their combined efforts that make them realize something is off. But Vaughn doesn't know what it is. They don't know what it is. They have to piece it together, and that eventually leads to something with, the Grandmaster. Now, I don't know about, people theorize like, oh, this might be the game where like they recruit Vaughn into Ouroboros because he has a direct link to what they're kind of doing, and they can pull him in. I think that would be cool. I don't know if they're going to do it because Vaughn seems kind of opposed to stuff like that, but I kind
of feel like the reasons are there. Like it can definitely happen if they choose to.
I mean, I could see a big reason that the Grandmaster wants to talk to Vaughn directly is she sees this as the opportunity to recruit him.
Yes. She's like, you want to join.
The end of the game says, to be continued, Van's final chapter. Here's my thing. I think Van is going to die. That is my theory. I'm sticking with it. I think Van is going to die. And he's going to die, and Agnes is he's gonna somehow bring Agnes back, and he's gonna sacrifice himself to do it. Because he still has the Demon Lord inside of him. And that's what I'm thinking is going to happen. That's a trajectory that I'm seeing with them right now.
I actually think this is a really good thought, because I had this thought today when we were like randomly talking in the post-Kai discussion, and I was like scrolling through like the YouTube playlist of the songs, and I went over like the Kuro Super Ultimate playlist, and I was like, wait a minute. This cover art looks really weird. So I'm gonna pull it up here in the spoiler chat in the Discord.
Balance.
I was like, I feel like
the cover of the album.
this lends credence to your theory. Like, just like look at this image.
Which image?
Isn't this weird? Like I posted in the spoilers for the stream thing in the Discord. Here, like, let me tag you. Here.
Thanks.
Because like, doesn't this seem like Vaughn is dying to bring Agnes back?
Isn't this from Kuro?
This is from the Super Ultimate, from the cover art.
For Kuro
For
1.
the-
Yeah, no, this is
Which one?
this is a thing that kind of happens in Kuro 1 because he like hands everything over on Grendel's and then disappears and they have to go get him back from devil mode.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
But if you recall, it has like Agnes in the school uniform, which was
I
like a point that they made at the end again
Of
with
Kai,
you
yeah.
wore the school uniform.
I feel like this is a direct reference to the scene towards the end of Kuro 1, personally.
I do too.
I think because it's a Super Range album for Kuro 1, and this is pre-Kai, I feel like this is just a reference to an event in Kuro 1. But that's just my take on that.
Blue, you and I are on the same page
could
as far
go
as
either
how the
way.
game's gonna
I
open.
especially think so just because I don't see them being like, hey, person who's doing the art for our Arrange album, you need to draw this crazy foreshadowing for our next game that's coming out in a year.
Yeah, if you can redo that.
I wanted to point out what Bonnie said. A big emphasis in Kuro 1 especially, and in other games too, is that Vaughn, much like Reen, tries to burden shit on his own,
Yes.
and he will happily take a sacrifice to just get to do things without burdening other people, and they don't want to let him do that. And I think that if Kai 2 ends with Vaughn sacrificing himself, that would be very much against what all of his loved ones are trying to teach him, which is that he does not need to be
That's a good point.
sacrificed. And I think that Vaughn is, if anything, going to be very annoyed at Agnes in an emotional, like, hey, how could you do this kind of way when they inevitably reunite in some way? Because she did the exact same thing that he always tries to do to her.
That's
and
a
if
good
she
point.
doesn't hit him with the now you know how it feels moment, then
Yeah.
that's going to be a missed opportunity, because that
Now
would make a really
here's
good
another
moment.
thing. Here's another thing we have to think about too. We have to think about the fact that the Septarian of Time it is there. And we have
It
to
is.
figure out a way to destroy this fucking thing before the the next grand reset, because there's nobody else. There's
Well, I
nobody
think-
else that can stop the grand reset from happening like Anya's did, like she hacked it or something.
Oh yeah.
And
Like we have
so
nobody
have 1
else who
year.
can do it
We have
now.
we have 1 fucking year to figure this shit out. And I don't know how we're gonna do it. I don't know. I all I know is that that's what Anya's gave us. She gave us 1 year to do this, to figure out what the fuck we're gonna do. And either A, Van is gonna end up taking out the cube and dying, or maybe Anya's dies by taking out the cube.
I don't think we're going to see any of the major characters die, and I see Agnes coming back.
Agreed.
And this is
yeah.
there's a big major reason for it, and it's just that I just don't see Falcom not having every
I'm a
protagonist
human.
active for the final arc.
I was about to say that. I think that Falcom wants to be able to have every MC in the final.
They
arc.
want to have every MC on the cover for that last game.
Yeah, Lloyd Bannings, get your fucking ass to Calvard now.
And also, yeah, I think what Bonnie
Seriously.
is saying, again, Bonnie, speaking what I want to say here, is that the big plan, as we know, we got up there, we did essentially destroy the cube, we got fucked over by other defenses, aka fucking Ishmelga being there. So with that in mind, if people do have that knowledge, then obviously we're going to have more people up in space. It's not just going to be Amelia. We're going to get Reen, Crow, and them, and we're probably going to get some payoff with like the Valimar and Ordine texting and the Discord chat at the end of Hajimari.
Yep.
We're going to probably come together. We're going to bring more people into the fold to actually get it done, because Vaughn's whole thing, or part of his thing at the end was, hey, Gramhart, you're kind of doing all this stuff, and probably would be easier. We get more people together. I think Bearguard says it. More people together on this would probably
They
make
get
it more
the kid
efficient.
Yeah.
They kept
And-
underneath wraps.
Yeah, so we get a larger force, get up there, and
And beat
save the
everything's
day.
ass. But-
I don't know how Agnes comes back in the end, but she will. She will, because
will.
again, this is a nice. It's a full arc around for both Vaughn and Agnes mirroring each other, and then they can finally say, "Okay, we'll stop trying to burden things and let's get married."
How did?
Yes.
It's
Yes.
it's gonna happen. So
I
how
don't think they
did
should actually say
how
that.
did the cube? This is my question. One thing I was confused about, even though I tried to read about it during my
How
lunch
did it
break today.
Refuse itself?
How did the cube come back and end up still rewinding time? Like, how did it still
Well,
happen?
one of two things. One, it's the Septarian of time, so
Of
maybe
course.
it can just do that. Or two, maybe Ishmelga had something to do with it.
So
Who knows?
here's
You really
actually
think it's
how
just Smelga
how
all
I
over
understood
again,
it.
though? You really believe that?
I think it's genuinely it's normal and Reen corrupted in some way to the point where he's turned into that because he's somehow remained through an entire loop just in
you're
space.
Right. Oh my god, I didn't think
And
of
the
that.
cube has just turned it
the-
into like a defense mechanism.
Because
they
like it
showed that in
uses the
Reverie, right?
texture, it uses the texture that Valimar gets in the normal ending, where like he gets like this eye growth
Oh,
and like
its
this
own
these
time.
Yeah,
black
it's
veins.
got the eye in the middle. It looks a lot
Yeah.
like an extra corrupted version of normal and Reen, and I think that it's literally just hanging out. But yeah, I think the cube wasn't fully destroyed. I think this is going to be a situation where it's like if we do not destroy every atom of that thing, then it's going to use its time power to literally just bring itself back because it can do that. So we're going to have to send more nukes.
So I actually had a completely different thought what happened in that scene. So I'm curious
What's
what
that,
you
Ken?
guys think. I thought that it never even took any damage. I thought this was
No.
literally fake visuals that we saw. It
Oh, no,
showed us a
it took
different image.
because when it rebuilt itself, it still had a big chunk missing.
Did it?
Yeah, it did. You can still see the core
Yeah,
of it.
it had a chunk.
Oh,
Okay.
interesting. Okay.
I didn't notice that. Yeah, then you're right.
Might
Oh,
not be normal ending Reen. I think it might be Ishmelga where Osborne wins.
Oh, it could be another. Well, I don't think that Ishmelga would still be around in an Osborne in that kind of situation, though, because Ishmelga would just be in Zemuria. Like the whole reason presumably the whole reason that form of Ishmelga is out there is because we know that in a loop, Reen took off into space.
Right.
Yes.
Now, here's the thing. Blue. Do you think?
Please no
Yeah,
data mine
what-
stuff, Zero. I don't want to. If it's not
Do
something
you-
that's in the actual
that's
narrative.
not
Sorry,
how
go ahead,
that
continue.
No, sorry. Do you believe that one of the loops that happened at the end of CS4? Like maybe that was Agnes's mom? Because me and Alea were speculating about this.
So, I do think that End of Cold Steel 1 is a loop. I think that was a fail, like a semi-successful pseudo-failed loop. Possibly that's what led into.
Wait a minute. End of Cold Steel 1?
Oh, Cold Steel 4. Sorry, I keep saying that for some reason.
Okay, yeah. So
for all we know, that
was a
might
loop
even
as well.
that might even be the loop that ended or led to Rosette's whole thing. For all we know, but that was a loop. I don't think
Okay.
that loop had anything to do with Agnes's mom. In fact, I'm under the personal impression that Agnes's mom didn't actually do a loop. I'm under the impression that because she says she has to pass it on to Agnes instead, the like responsibility
No, but
because she's
Gramhart
dying.
said that she did the same thing.
She didn't say she did the same thing. She says that she doesn't want Agnes to. I don't know. The exact phrasing is kind of wishy-washy. It's could be interpreted that she's doing the same thing, or it could be that he doesn't want Agnes, disappear, walk the same path like her mom, and disappear on him. Because if he knew that Agnes's mom literally did a full loop, then he wouldn't be running this as like a theory. He would be
The
concrete.
thing is,
this
like,
is happening.
Hamilton also said the same thing. Because, like, she says you have to make a choice like Lilia and Sophie made. So Agnes is choosing to make this same choice.
I don't
understood it.
I think they
Like,
made the choice
I
to
think-
do it if
I think,
necessary,
like,
but never did.
I think the thought that you have is right, that something about this process is different, but I do think that they had something to do with, like, loops that killed them in the process.
Bonnie says it could be that they had a part in making the Genesises.
But then
And
why
that
did
might
dying?
be- Why are they dying? Because they had anime illnesses, or maybe they're dying because of whatever part they played in.
They're like
working
making a
towards
point that like both died like really weirdly. There's like this. It's like, why did both of them just get random anime illnesses?
I don't know, but it's just that if they did a rewind, then why do we have a whole thing where she's just sick in bed and saying that Agnes is going to have to do it she's gonna have to.
Well, she said she
Kinda push it
lied
on
though,
Agnes.
Blue. Remember?
Well, no,
And then
she said she lied because she said she lied because she's like, "Don't worry, honey. You know, I'm going to be there when she gets married, and I want to sew her dress for her and stuff." And then she said she lied because she's putting on a tough face for her husband. And then right after Agnes is like emotional, she tries to put on a tough face for Agnes, like, "No, I'm going to be okay." And then she says, "I lied again," and says that she just, she can't help it. She can't. She's more doting than Gramhart. So her saying she lied was just her putting on like, "I'm gonna be okay, don't worry." She knew she was gonna die, but yeah.
There's also like a really weird scene when like Van is like in the garden of their house, and he has like deja vu. Like he's like he recognizes like Anya's house, like the garden from the house. There was like a really weird scene where. Yeah, I can't describe it. Like he looks at their garden and he recognizes it, and the game never elaborates on what he recognized. It's really weird. I'm gonna try and see if I can find it.
Says it feels nostalgic. Oh, I don't remember that. That's interesting. That is definitely interesting.
I don't know what that could mean.
I don't know. I'm not 100. But I think there's a possibility that Agnes's ancestors, Mama and Grandmama, did some stuff for rewinding, but it does. To me, I don't think they did a full, like... I don't think they prevented a rewind fully. I don't think they did what Agnes did. I think that they played a role in preparing for it, and that Agnes is the one who ultimately had to do it.
Like, what Agnes is doing right now is different, but I think it's still the same, if that makes sense. It's like, what she's doing right now is a different method, perhaps. It's a better way to say it.
It feels like the way the other characters who are in the know talk about it, they don't talk about it as if this is the third time we're doing this. They talk about it as if this is the first time we've had this chance that they are aware of in any capacity, and we're Hamilton's like, okay, we set up this whole failsafe in case Gramhart's thing didn't work, and now we have to enact it, which we have been preparing for a long time.
Interesting. Bonnie thinks it has something to do with the demon from Van.
I mean, yeah, actually.
They really talked about that quite a bit there, didn't they?
There are so many... Well, Van's demon is still a thing. They even pointed out in their speech at the end. There's so many extra little layers here to unveil, and I think that's so exciting.
It's so exciting.
But what was I going to say? What was I going to say? Oh yeah, I just wanted to praise the wonderful writing of the game real quick. I love that this game does not have a villain. Everybody is acting under the role of Gray, very in line with Kuro.
Wow.
But everybody is just trying to work around whatever's going to happen with the loop. Gramhart is trying to break the cycle. He's doing it in a way that might not be the smartest, which, I mean, he fails, so yeah. Right. Hamilton is hoping that Gramhart's plan works, but is preparing a failsafe in case it doesn't, which it didn't, and so we had to do the failsafe.
Yep.
Ouroboros is just sitting around being fuckers, which that's just par for the course.
That's par for the course, yeah.
The two main groups, which is the Hamilton group and the Gramhart group, are both ultimately hoping for the same goal.
They're not,
they're not working against each other, and it's just
Hamilton
really
is
fun.
A villain, honey.
How is she a villain?
How is she a villain?
She is a villain because of what she did.
What did she do that made her a villain?
She caused the domino effect that caused the East to dry the fuck up. Because of what she did.
She was preventing it from immediately drying up by taking Bikini Bottom and moving it somewhere else. It was not a smart decision. It wasn't like this is a perfect plan. It was a urgent situation that she had to make a really crazy decision.
She still fucked with time, and she shouldn't have done that.
Well, no, she shouldn't have, but she was in a situation where nobody else would be able to take any sort of action in that situation, and so she made a decision that might not have been a great decision, as she herself says, in order to hopefully fix a problem, and her main goal is to find a way to deal with the other problem she caused later. Fix a problem now, hopefully we find a
It's like
solution
a house of
in the
cards.
future.
What's it called?
Yeah, it's
Ponzi scheme.
It's something where what she did, which is a case of a lot of things in this game, was not a perfect choice, but it was a rash decision made to hopefully fix a problem in the present so that something else can be dealt with in the future. Well, again, good decision, questionable, but she didn't really have the time to come up with a perfect solution. She had to make a choice.
Yeah.
And so she did. And she beats herself up about it too. She explicitly
literally willing
apologizes
to die
for it
for
when she
it.
does it.
Yeah, a villain isn't that humble about it. Like a true villain isn't humble about what they like. She realized she fucked up. She's constantly saying, "I know I'm gonna get fucked. I know I screwed myself up." I mean, you don't hear even Osborn say this shit. Like I don't know. He just doesn't.
Even Osborn is someone who he's willing to play the role of a bad person for the greater good, whereas Hamilton is willing to make difficult, potentially bad decisions for the sake of ensuring that there are options and opportunities, which she had to do, because if she hadn't made certain decisions, then at the end of this game,
we would have reset year zero.
It would have been a reset. We would not have been able to do anything.
If it weren't for Hamilton, we would be at year zero now. Instead of year 1208.
She is a flawed person trying her best.
She manipulated Anya's, and you can't deny that.
I don't think she manipulated her. Agnes, she explicitly, her and everyone else were very much
aware of what
they were saying. Agnes, are you sure you want to do this? This is your decision.
I don't think. Yeah, I don't think.
I don't trust her.
That would be like saying that Agnes's mom manipulated Agnes.
Hamilton was following Epstein's wish, right?
Like in the middle of a guy. She was going through with fail-safe set in place by people before her. She was trying to set everything up because she knows things other people don't, and she can't really share that information outside of a very tight circle. And so that's why she has other people working with her. That's why it's interesting. That's why it's interesting, is because Hamilton and Graham Hart are both making imperfect decisions for an ultimately good goal.
He also led Dingo to his death too, and did nothing to stop it.
Did she lead him explicitly to his death?
Yes, she did.
What
was the exact process of that? I might just be fuzzy on it.
I might be fuzzy on it too.
How did she lead him directly to his death?
He even said it in Kevin's route.
Hamilton was behind her.
She did nothing to stop Dingo from going down the path that he did, and she knew. That's why she had his hat at the end of Kuro 2.
She had a choice to still on it. Oh yeah.
She takes responsibility for it. Like she says,
again, if that is the case, which it could be, I could be misremembering some things, but again, that's another one of the cases of making a very difficult, potentially not good decision for a greater good. I don't remember the exact specifics of her.
Then.
Well, she prevented us from resetting all the way back to year zero, so that was a pretty good decision.
She's also okay with what the church is doing. She's like at the end, Nina was like, Hamilton, you still gotta die, and she's like, yeah, I know.
She's like,
she's accepting that she's making decisions that are not going to make people happy, but she's going to do them because it has to happen. She's making decisions no one else is going to because they gotta get done. And does that make her evil? No, it makes her very.
Somebody's gotta do it.
Ends justify the means is a very common mindset in a lot of stories, and it's always very fascinating. And we see a lot of different versions of that in Kiseki.
I actually want to make like a small correction. Ouroboros wasn't actually just being bums as always, because like at the very end, Simeon says that the Grandmaster was actually hoping we would win.
Oh yeah, everybody was hoping Graham Hart would win, and I love that. I love that.
That was really cool.
Faction was like, all right, Graham Hart,
you got this. Come on,
good
do
luck.
it.
Hope it works. But if you fuck up, we're ready for that too. Don't worry.
Yeah, exactly. And he didn't win.
So person is undoubtedly a villain. Her intentions are good, even if her methods are not. Yes, her intentions are good. Her methods are not. But also, to be fair, again, one of the interesting things about the game is that we have Kevin who's out to kill Hamilton, but Kevin is obviously not a perfect judge of character.
Nope.
Kevin is not an ultimate form of justice. In fact, we have had a whole game explicitly talking about why some of Kevin's methods and choices when he falls into that mindset aren't good.
Yep.
And it's interesting, too, that we have two members of the church, who we don't know their exact reasoning right now, siding with Hamilton, because they think that her choices, as unpleasant as they are the better choice currently. And we don't know the full reasons for their thinking. That's going to be covered in the next game, presumably. And that's interesting. We have 2 members, or 3 members, technically, same organization. They're not agreeing. We've seen a lot of people in the church going against each other. We've seen that a lot in Kuro. Like, the church are not all on the same page at all.
No, they're not.
And I think that's
the
really
different factions
interesting.
of the church are not in the same page at all, which is really interesting.
It's fun to see that, especially as we close in on like a huge moment in the series, that the church, as well as other organizations, we see it in Ouroboros all the time. People like jumping off to say, "No, I'm doing my own thing against you right now. Okay, I'm coming back." You know, not everyone is perfectly aligned.
Really cannot wait to play this game again in English. Like, get the full context of it.
Yeah, I think. Yeah. A lot of it is meant to be left in the open right now. We're not fully aware of every single person's intentions, but
Fun Guy, I don't think
at the beginning.
I don't think we're ever going to get that. I'm just going to be honest with you.
Sufficiently justified? No, I think we are going to get that. That's the whole thing, is that we see Celis and Leon are siding with Hamilton. Kevin's like, what the fuck? And they're like, hey, sorry, we got to do this. And we don't fully know their reasoning yet. And in the next game, assuming the game is good, it's going to explore that more, because we know these 2 characters.
Right.
And for some, they are explicitly siding with the failsafe method.
Oh, okay. Okay. All right, it depends on. Okay.
Whereas,
you know what? Okay.
To me, they are taking an initiative to make, again, a rash decision on a current moment based on something that they believe needs to be done, even if they're not 100% certain with it. Much like other characters in this whole game.
Yeah,
and Kevin is just going all in. Kevin's like, this is what I'm here to do.
Yeah,
this is
Kevin
what I'm going to
just
do.
go on because of him.
You've been doing fucked up shit, and we're going to stop it. But I think that a big part... He did get ordered to. I think a big part of the next game, obviously Reese is going to show up, she's going to talk to Kevin, is going to be Kevin kind of thinking along the lines of, just because somebody did something that is opposing what the church believes, and just because they did something that's truly fucking with the world at large, does that immediately mean they're sentenced to die? There's going to be that question, as Kevin is going to be choosing to make some decisions himself.
Yeah, but didn't Nate order him to do this, though?
Yeah, he was ordered to do it.
So,
but not everyone was ordered to do it.
Yeah, but why would? Okay, so do you think? Why would Selnate be fine with Celis and Leon going against a direct order?
They're probably not fine with it. There's no way that they're like, we're cool with you doing this, but they didn't know that.
Didn't
Leon jumping over to Hamilton was something that was like, oh, at the end, clearly not everyone was aware of this, because Kevin's like, what the fuck are you 2 doing?
Didn't the order like skip Ein? Didn't it come directly from the Pope?
It came from like real high up.
No, it was beyond. Actually, no, it was beyond Ein.
To do it because that's what he does.
It was beyond Ein.
And yes, Kevin is back on his unhealthy bullshit, which is going to be something that Reese is going to come and slap him with a piece of bread for,
or whatever her name was. The Popess.
Nina is definitely playing a part in ordering Kevin, because she's like, Hamilton, fuck you, you're going to die. But
sorry, it wasn't Sunny. I misspoke. It was Oh, what the fuck is her name?
I'm just Nina. I don't know who it was.
Not Nina. It was like some heiress or something.
The bigwig.
Not Ortizia.
Ortizia?
Oh, maybe Artesia. Hold on, maybe no, but Artesia is Celis, right? Celis' last name is Artesia. What's the name of the Popess or whatever her name is?
I don't know these people's names, man.
I like that Nina is against Hamilton at the end.
Yeah, Nina's sticking to her guns, which is funny when you think about it.
Does anyone else have a problem with Kevin becoming the heretic hunter again after his development? I do too. I have a problem with that too. I feel like it kind of goes against the whole development he had that whole fucking game, and it was surprising. But it makes me wonder: are they going to explain why he reverted? Is there going to be a legit explanation to it?
I hope Hydra's wrong. I hope it's not just a retread of third, because that would be really lame and weird. Yes. I hope that there's a reason for it that they go over in the next game. And who knows? This might even fall in line with the thing I've been talking about, which is characters making questionable decisions because they feel like they suddenly need to.
I was about to bring up there's a chance that he was actually told more and he agreed with it. Like, he knows also things, and Kevin was like, okay, if this is what's happening, I think this is a good choice.
Guy, while you're right, that is a big part of what Third is about. Kevin explicitly talks about how what he's doing is not something Reese wants him to do, which makes it sound like he is, to an extent, falling back on some bullshit that he's trying to avoid since third. Not the exact same bullshit, but like he's literally like hiding it from Reese. So
yeah,
Or
that's
trying to run away
literally
from
why
her so
he
we can get
didn't
it
take
done.
her with him. Because he was like, if I have her with me, I can't do this.
Well, just like with Weissman, he didn't
Oh.
have Reese with him when he killed Weissman either.
That's true. Actually, Bonnie makes a point. Nina giving Kevin the eye, while obviously useful for what he's doing, could also have been to show him something that would. Well, to be fair, he also because like Kevin sees the water shit. That alone makes him say, "Okay, she's been doing some shit she really shouldn't do." But I'm not sure if that's something because Kevin's a logical thinker. Like Kevin could put together that obviously Hamilton. I mean, he does. He talks about it at the end. But Hamilton's not just doing that for fucking funsies. She must have had a reason. So I feel like it's weird that Kevin is just all in on "I'm going to murder you" without seeming to even want to like talk to her until he kind of has to at the end. So he must know something else, or must have been told something else. I don't know.
Well, like Nina told him stuff, right?
She did, yeah, but it's just a question of what exactly made him decide that he's fully on board with Hamilton, just needs to go, no questions, just fucking put a bolt in their heart. Because it feels like Kevin would, in Kevin's current state, post-third, would be a bit more inquisitive even if he's going to get the job done. I don't know. It's hard to say. There's a lot that we haven't been shown in this game. I do think that despite me not wanting Kevin to retread the same arc, it was cool to see him just show up and be like, Rufus, I need you because you're willing to do crazy shit. Also, you kids, you sure you want to do some crazy shit? Because you're going to kill some fucking people. You want to kill some people? I know you said you weren't going to do that, you little bitches. You want to murder people? And they're like, okay, Kevin, calm down. He's like, all right. But you want to kill people? Like, you sure? And they're like, all right. I thought that was fun.
I mean, the funniest part was when this happened during the stream and everyone just spammed kill her.
Part of me thinks it could be permanent damage to Zemuria, the land, which... Oh, that could be, yeah. Maybe some of the stuff she's doing is a direct cause of some of the other issues that have been happening throughout the series, depending on how it's affecting it.
Based on like some Connect events and like mementos from Burgard about like the Pope, and like also with Nina, I think that the Pope is trustworthy, and I think she also knows things that probably nobody else knows.
I would absolutely...
So if she
not trust
thinks
a high church person in a JRPG. Dude, it's a JRPG. We can't trust the higher ups of a church in a JRPG.
I agree with that.
That's like lesson number one. I don't think anybody in these large organizations is explicitly evil. I think all of them are working with good intentions, and some of them are working with...
necessarily evil either.
Oh, yeah, we are way past the point of Ouroboros being evil.
But...
Ouroboros just has a huge end game in mind, similar to...
What I was going for is mostly just that I think that the kill order must have a good reason for it. That's all I really
think that the kill order has a justified reason in the mind of the person who put in the order. And yes. I will not say it is explicitly good or bad.
Love you, Thad. Talk to you later.
Have a good night, Dark. Hey, enjoy Expedition 33.
Bye, Dark.
I will. You too,
yeah.
Yeah. But Ouroboros just employs evil. Yeah, you know.
I think it's not as simple as just like regular like church doctrine. Like, I don't think it's just, she's a heretic. I think
absolutely not. I mean, to be fair, Hamilton is messing with major shit in the world, and the church doesn't like that. So, you know, that's fair.
I just think there's, like, way more to it.
Oh, yeah, there's going to be a lot. I am fairly certain that...
Oh, Dark had to back out.
Kevin...
Okay.
Yeah, she actually just left, but...
Okay.
I feel like there's no way that Kevin ends Kai 2 murdering Hamilton, because they're clearly setting him up to be doing something that is not good for him, and people are going to kind of work around that. I can see Hamilton definitely being dead, though, because she has fully accepted that she's gonna die one way or another for the things she's done.
Like talking about how she's fine with dying and how
she's
everyone
fine with it. I could see Hamilton dying at peace, knowing that what she did even if it was not great, she had to do it, and it was what allowed us to overcome Cube.
Yeah,
exactly.
So, you know.
Kevin being a setup to fight Simeon at full power. Reenish Melga, Van, the Times of Tyrion. Van's the time. What?
No. Actually, some people say Kafai is the Holy Beast of Time. Is that what it is? Holy Beast of
I did hear that, but I don't subscribe to that theory.
I don't know enough about how they all
True Hydra.
function for that kind of stuff, but I think it'd be cool just because he's just an old little dude. Also, apparently, I don't know. I'm just secondhand knowledge. People have said that the Holy Beast of Time or whatever has always been portrayed as
Mare.
like
There's
a person.
a tarot card. There's like a tarot card of like time, and it's like an old man.
Yeah, it's like shown as being like an old dude, which Kafai is a pretty old dude. I don't subscribe to this theory, not because I don't believe it, but because I don't have enough of my own information to share it. I just think it would be cool because Kafai is cool.
He is pretty cool.
Of course, you
Also-
have it in moment.
Kafai didn't get an S-Craft in this game because he's going to get one next game, but it's a shame.
Yeah.
Because
And
Kafai
he's
deserves
gonna be
an S-Craft.
playable. He's gonna be playable. I'm calling it.
He may be playable, I don't know.
Maybe.
I don't know.
I think it would make sense.
Kafai has a granddaughter, even if Felcom doesn't remember it. Oh, that's true, yeah.
Holy
Hold on, can
shit,
Holy
that's
Beast
true.
not fuck?
I forgot about that for a second. Sad. We need her, man. We need the. We're gonna have all the 8 leaves playable.
No,
That has to happen.
It has
Johnny,
They leave it in Black Dog.
Kafai's S-Craft has to be like the most insane shit we've ever seen. It has to
Richard,
be like Ring's
too.
S-Craft, but on crack.
We're gonna get richer in 3D, y'all.
We
Actually,
are-
I guess we are
well, we're getting-
this year, sure. But I'm talking
no matter
about
what,
in
we're getting
Kai,
Richard
too.
because of Sky FC,
Or-
but please give me my Richard back.
Please.
In Kai 2.
Wasn't there like some NPC dialogue or something that like Richard
Oh,
is
they
missing?
always talk about Richard. They always talk about him.
He's been brought back a few times.
Something about
He's been brought up.
yeah.
Whatever alt universe virtuality dungeon.
Oh
Kai 2
yeah,
is.
he'll probably be like the super unlockable gotcha character after you beat the game in Kai 2 or
I
something.
know that.
Like Burn was.
Exactly. You remember the poll after Crow one asking what characters fans want to return? Calvarback, every character but Annalise has returned, I believe. So Annalise,
so funny.
Annalise was up there, and Kevin. The reason they brought Kevin back in this game, I believe, is because of that poll. I'm willing to bet.
We are not talking about data leaks, guy. I do not want to know anything that isn't explicitly stated in the game, as that is not something that's. If it's not something that's been shown in the game, then it might as well be a spoiler, in my opinion.
Okay. You
That's
can DM it to
my
me.
take on
I
it.
won't say it then. I won't. Blue, if you don't want to know, I won't tell you. But I want to know. So
are
DM,
you sure
DM
you
me.
want to know? It's not something that's been shared in the story yet. Like this could literally be something that they're planning to reveal in the next game, and it's just like data mined.
Fuck, I'm curious, but damn, you're right.
I know you're curious, but don't do that to yourself, man. Because sometimes I'm
was
not sure
like,
how
hold up.
explicit the data mine stuff is. I assume it's not crazy, but you can get some
Well,
big spoilers. and
yeah,
shit like
If
that.
it is what I think they're talking about like the models of the remnants, like unmasked.
Yeah, that's not.
Oh, then
Yeah,
don't
no,
tell
I
me
know.
then. Okay,
Well,
yeah.
Let's not talk. Yeah, let's not do that.
If it's unmasked
Let's not do
remnants,
that.
then don't tell me. If it's
No,
unmasked
let's
remnants, don't tell
definitely
me.
not do that.
Shit. Okay. All right. I see what you. Okay, Blue.
We also know what the blacked out words Mayor said are. I'm shocked that those were actually words they decided to put into the game. Yeah, don't share that either. That's crazy spoilers.
In that
Yeah.
case, then yeah, I don't want to know.
Try to leak out whatever the data
That's
is.
stuff that the
Not
game is
nope.
literally choosing to hide from us. We should not be seeing.
In that case, I'm gonna pull a Lloyd and say we shouldn't spoil
Yeah.
ourselves.
No spoilers.
I
We
would
need
love
like
it if
a Lloyd. We need like a Lloyd emote for like spoilers.
Unmasked
It's just
remnants
like
and
in
Mare
Black Fire.
redacted. Mare redacted. Oh, what the?
the words
the
that Mayor
hell?
says all the time. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
crazy spoilers. Yeah, definitely not
Yeah,
doing that.
when they react to
This
reject
word
it,
shit? I didn't even know that
something
this is
else,
a thing.
which is like, no, let's not reveal that yet, please.
Damn.
Yeah,
Hansuke.
let's not do
Okay,
that.
if Hansuke is
I
saying
had
we
no
shouldn't, then
idea that-
no, hell no. All
Yeah,
the
that's
hidden word
crazy.
models and some future areas and NPC are in the data mine. Wow. Wow.
Yeah.
Crazy.
By the way, I
Like
just
the
want
only
to.
thing that I know about are the models. That's the only thing I know about.
Yeah, I don't want to know nothing, man.
I don't wanna
just
know
gotta
that
say
either.
real quick, on the topic of Lloyd, we
So-
really should have had a shot at the end of this game as everything was like disappearing and like exploding, where we just cut to Calvard and like Lloyd is just like looking out the window. He's like, "Oh shit!"
Well, thumbs up on
I-
He disappears.
I said another funny thing. I was like imagining the entire finale of like Kai, and it's just like Eustace and Milliam chilling in Erebonia, and Milliam is like, "Oh, what's that shit in the sky?" Because like she was
Oh,
also
no,
in space.
yeah.
She can also see it. She can also see it. She was there. But then she just sees the shit happening, and she's like, "What is happening?"
May I just be saying Giga spoiler randomly?
I can't believe that they actually had that shit in the text and they didn't just.
That's nuts.
That's
I have
crazy.
no idea.
Yeah,
That's the
they
thing.
left in the
Kind
text
of cool though, if you think about it, though, because that means that they actually are, they're not just.
Yeah, they're
making shit up.
planning. Yeah.
So it's like actual full sentences then. That's crazy.
Do you guys
That's
think
better
it could be player
not-
in Kai too, given she still has powers in some ways? I don't know. It's not her arc, so I don't know. I feel like Kai 2 is going to be not a bridge game. It's not going to be a third or a reverie. I think it's going to be another.
Yeah.
I think it's going to
Sircry,
focus on.
I
Van.
think that, one, we're already definitely going back in time because that's what Agnes did, and also the reason that the Genesis sound would play is because Agnes just activated a bunch of genocide. But we already know we're going back in time because that's what Agnes chose to do. I perceive Agnes the way I phrased it. Agnes went to the main menu and instead of hitting new game, she hit load game.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
New Game Plus. It's New Game Plus, y'all. We're doing it.
But at this point, we're at like new game
Plus.
but it's 2,000
Plus-
pluses.
Plus
But Agnes
20,000.
decided that she was not going to do new game plus just yet. She was just going to load the game.
I got him.
But the game bugged when she reloaded it, and now she's not there anymore.
Ruh-roh. I think we're gonna go back to 710 since that day has an OST with the motif of the credits.
I think you're giving way too much credit to the soundtrack in that case, guy, for sure.
Lloyd seeing what happened to Calvert also. A callback to.
Oh yeah, that would be funny. Yeah, in the hypothetical scenario of Lloyd seeing what's going on as everything disappears, it could be like, remember in Cold Steel 2, because you experienced this too, because you hadn't played Crossbell, Feb. They just all this bullshit's going on in Erebonia, and then at one point someone just looks over a railing, and there's just the Azure Tree in the distance. And they're like, "What's going on in fucking Crossbell?"
Oh, I do remember that. Yeah, I was like, "What?" I was like, "What's this?" I feel like I'm missing something.
That's so fucking funny without context, because it's not brought up again either. Because I just played Coastal 2, I'm like, I don't know what's going on. That's pretty cool.
It's before Crossbell was ever even translated.
It's even funnier in universe because you're just chilling and then there's something crazy happening in the other country and you're like, what the fuck
and
is
then they
going
just move on to the next scene.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
It's so funny.
Some shit going down.
But yeah. But
can you imagine
what I want to know? Oh, go ahead.
What's up?
Oh, Sir Cry, I don't think that's gonna happen. I know some people say that. I think it would be a fun little concept, but considering like release times and stuff, there's no way that's happening. But they might have like some little Easter eggs that
maybe
have implications on that. But that would be, I don't think that would be a good choice. I think that would be bad because they know a lot of people are going to be starting the Sky FC, the remake. That would be not a good choice ultimately.
Ooh.
But I wanted to ask Feb, now that we're this deep in and we've had a lot of character stuff in this game, who is your favorite like character in the Calvard arc? Like, who's the one who really stands out to you? And I'm talking from like a narrative perspective and stuff, so don't just say you like Shizuna's thighs. Even though I love Shizuna, we all love Shizuna, but if she's your pick, then who's your second favorite? Because I am genuinely like super curious. For me, it's Graham Hart, I think. Like, I love Graham Hart.
Graham Hart's really, really good. That's a really good pick.
His motivations, his raw fucking emotion and everything is.
He doesn't want his daughter to suffer the same fate his wife did.
It was pretty peak.
Elroy is also amazing. Guy. What a fun character.
Actually, like, in a way, he reminds me of Osborn a bit, right? Like Osborn did what he had to do to save Rain, essentially, to take on that shit, and he had to keep faking along with that dipshit with
I think he will, Guy.
Let's see. Let me
think. Guy, he has to be, because I think Kai 2 is going to be again like, okay, we suggested ways to make this better for Graham Hart. Now we're going to do it because we have a chance. So Graham Hart's plan is still going to be the crux of how we get into space and deal with the cube. But now we're going to add some extra layers to make sure it happens.
I really like what they did with Agnes in the game. So
Yes, Agnes in this game was
In this
like,
game, Agnes was good. But
she shot from bottom of the barrel to me to like, wow, what like honestly,
up there for me.
the confession scene was the most
Oh,
mature
so
writing we've
good.
seen from Falcom in so long.
that was
It's
amazing.
crazy how well written that whole.
I was like,
whole
they are
sequence was.
going for it. I was like, okay.
I love her reaction to getting turned down because it's so real. Again, she immediately tries to cover up her like sadness by getting like making like really awkward jokes that just no one should make. Like it's just the dumbest jokes. She's like smiling, like guys, whatever, you know. Oh, just go date everybody. What's wrong? Come on, you know. But you can tell she's just like crushed by it. Even though, as we see later, it's what she ultimately knew had to be done. She explicitly wanted to get turned down, but she also explicitly wanted to state her feelings, which is just so great. What a great fucking
Really good.
like piece of writing. Great job, Falcom.
I really like what this game did with Reset, like so much. Reset, I was scared that Reset was gonna fall the way of another waifu of mine, but no, she's. So the question in here is, she's from 1259, and if the reset always happens in 1209 or 1200 years, how the hell was there one time? Was she from the first? Was she before this cradle was even made?
My assumption for her is
20,000
that she's
cycles?
from the previous loop, which took a lot longer to get to the point where they go up because they didn't have the technology, but we fast-tracked it by them stealing the technology from her tube, essentially. The thing is, did they send her back in time and it happened to land in a different loop, or did they find a way with their technology to maintain her as is through an entire loop, and she's actually been buried in a fucking thing for like thousands of years.
Thousands of loop.
Oh, you mean she's like
Cycles.
been in the tube for like 1,200 years?
What if the reset occurred in the last loop, but somehow Rosette in her little fucking pod remained? It didn't get reset. What if they found a way to do that? Or they sent her
That's
back
crazy.
in time, but if they did, how did they send her to a different loop? Big questions. I don't know the answers.
It's also like the weird part of like her memento at the end, where like her like Anchorville gets attacked,
Mm-hmm.
which is obviously the moment where they put her in the tube and do the thing. But like we have no clear explanation what's attacking them. Like I like we talked a bit in like post Kai, and people are saying they think it's the executioners that they showed up and killed everyone.
That's actually a whole thing too that I haven't even been thinking about.
There's like this weird thing with the executioners and like a virus that turns people into those things. What is up with that?
Yeah, that is something else too that's kind of overshadowed by all the other insane shit.
Yeah, right. Even though this by itself is also crazy. Because like I recall in like the early parts of the game, there's like these weird things, like you find clothes on the ground and like no people. And then you have these weird mini bosses where like people are semi-transformed, and we just kind of forget all of this happened.
That's something from Rosette's loop, seemingly, that got brought over or something. And also, yeah, Guy actually brings up a great point. Kincaid, Brune, what a sick fuck. Hey, he's so cool, dude. Bro just fucking grendled up. Oh, I was so pumped, Feb. You're gonna have to go look back at how excited I was during that whole final sequence. But man, when he grendled up, I was.
Oh boy,
it was so cool, man. I was thrilled because I've been from Kuro 1. I'm like, well, Rune would be the most logical for a Grendel rival, but then in Kuro 2 they did the Crimson Grendel, so I'm like, okay, I guess that's what they're gonna do instead. But then they gave us the fucking guy in this one, and it was so cool.
He literally did the Grendel chant. He's like, I am the beast that heralds the white dawn.
I am the beast that brings the white dawn, or whatever the fuck he says.
So
and it's
good.
so cool. And the little smirk he does right as he does it, too.
Yeah,
like, he knows he's him.
Yeah, he's him. He smirks to the camera.
Yep. Holding back all along. Mm-hmm.
I'm
And
biased
then when
towards
he's
she's
in
not reset.
space-
I'm trying to think.
And
of.
then- Like in
go ahead.
space when he
You're poisoned.
drops when he drops another banger and says like man failed to slay God, but the dawn will come or something. It's like, bro.
Oh, yeah,
it's
yeah.
him.
And it's so cool because Brune knows that, like, you know, there's going to be the reset again. Graham
so
fucked up,
good.
where he's up with Hamilton, but he's just full of sick lines because
Yes.
It's just-
so good.
I love all the lines about just, we'll like fucking, we will slay God, we'll drive the blade of man to the heart of God and overcome. And Vaughn's just like, bro, I just really want to have a birthday party right now. I'm just really feeling like a birthday party.
I'm just here.
Okay, all right, real quick, I wanted to talk about the unintentional comedy of the finale chapter. Vaughn and Co. starting off literally are just like, man, I'm kind of peeved they took Agnes. They shouldn't have done that. We gotta go get her back so we can have a birthday party. And they just bumblefuck their way into the most insane final everything that they possibly could because they were a little bit miffed. Now, obviously, Vaughn had, intuition saying something's going on here, but at a surface level, it's really fucking funny.
I mean,
they just
it's basically
go into Bramhart's basement, essentially, and the final dungeon is there, and he's like, all right.
They essentially break into the White House because
They do.
It is,
I think, ultimately poorly executed. I think if Vaughn had put more emphasis on something is going on, and there were more hints to Vaughn about they're gonna do something, we need to get in there and find out what's going on, instead of it being kind of put forward at the forefront, it was Agnes is gonna have a birthday party. But it's just so funny that they just break into the place and just beat up his men, and they attack people. They kind of should be arrested for this, to be honest.
I think the end of the game is going to be them doing her birthday party. The end of Kaito is going to be.
Probably.
I think that would be. Oh, dude, that would be a fucking cute ending. If it's kind of like the wedding credits of Cold Steel 4, but it's Agnes' birthday.
Yeah,
Jeez,
exactly.
yes.
Exactly.
I want to see Graham Hart in one of those little party hats. The little cones.
Wasn't
Falcon, we
there
have
like a
ideas
thing in-
here.
Yep.
wasn't there like a thing in Puro 1 about how Grandma wants to drink a coffee with Juan or something of those sorts? I remember
'cause-
something like that.
Yeah, because Vaughn's like, oh, so you're the one my daughter's been talking so much about.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
And Graham Hart clearly thinks Vaughn's pretty cool. Let's be honest.
He does.
Graham Hart was Graham Hart was pretty excited when Vaughn showed up. He's like, Vaughn, look what I've been doing, man. And then Vaughn's like, yeah, no, I actually don't like that you're doing it. And Graham Hart looked like a little hurt. He's like, oh.
Really? I don't
He
remember
really
that.
accepted him. He's like, oh, that's my girl's boyfriend.
Yeah,
He's great.
Vaughn does the whole speech, and everyone's like, "Yeah, Graham Hart, are you sure this is how you want to do it?" And Graham Hart looks kind of sad. One, obviously he's just thinking about the fact that obviously this wasn't the most efficient path, but also in my head I'm thinking he's like, "Oh, they don't like it." What were you saying, Hansuke?
Yeah, well, that's what you're saying.
Never mind. You just basically saying everything. Blue.
Okay, gotcha.
They are fellow motorheads.
Oh, right, I forgot about that.
That's
funny.
true. That's true, Kapath, yeah. He was.
What's the reason? What? Hydra, I do think that it was a subconscious thing for him, is that he wanted it to be it was a special day to him, and with the time limit imposed on them and how things kind of lined up, I think it just worked well for him. I don't know if there was an actual reason. I think to him, in his mind, it was the ultimate birthday present. Look, I'm going to show you that we can overcome this.
Numbers, I think
Or
whatever that
I think
was.
there's more to it than that, but it might, yeah.
If it's
So go with
Ishmelga or
Ishmelga?
something else, Zoa
Dude, I think-
Gilbertstein.
So, I think this was, I know we've had a lot of Ishmelga in our lives, but this was the coolest Ishmelga we've gotten, because if it is literally normal Andreen corrupted through an entire loop and remaining there, and then coming back as just this pure malice in the form of whatever this is, that's fucking cool. Because that's not, oh, it's just Ishmelga again. I don't think Ishmelga, the character, is going to be a prominent thing here. This is just a connection to a previous game that hinted at the loop,
Right.
and it's full force here it is, and that's tight.
Speaking of Gilbertstein, I think we're actually going to get Gilbert next game. I think we're going to see Gilbert come back. He's coming back. We're going to see him in some way. I'm calling it.
Oh, yeah, Hydra, they could have done more prep time. I think Graham Hart, one, he just wanted to get it done. He was definitely rushing, which is what everyone was emphasizing when talking to him. But I think there's a small part of it is that Graham Hart is anxious to get it done because he doesn't want to waste time. He doesn't want to risk something happening that would prevent it from happening. He knows he can get it done right now. We can enact the plan. No one's going to try to stop us. A fucking couple months ago, we had the mafia running around stopping time and doing shit. I can't risk some dumb crap happening again. He knows he's in a Kaseki game. He knows another bullshit organization is going to manifest and start trouble. He's got to get shit done.
He knows there's going to be some bullshit.
He's not going to allow this.
He knows there's going to be some bullshit like in Kuro 2 where like Cody's going to get possessed and want to do a coup or something.
Oh, goodness.
How did Amelia get warped back in time? Is that even what we saw happen?
Whether it's Amelia or literally just Excalibur, it's like that wasn't a warp back in time as much as it was. I guess it kind of was because of the genocide. I don't know exactly what the specifics of how that mechanically worked, but it was more that Excalibur itself, possibly with Amelia in it, it became an artifact essentially, because that was when it was truly revealed that artifacts are leftovers from different loops. They are like proofs of failure, things that remained in some capacity. Or some of them are. I don't know if every single one is, but they like mentioned that, you know, this is what artifacts tend to be, is this stuff, these things that have been
What's
like remnants.
really interesting is when we go to Nord.
I think we're going to talk about it more, Fun Guy, in the next game. I'm with you. It doesn't fully make sense. Continue though, Feb. Sorry.
When we go to Nord, we see that statue, and then when we go to that island off of Ordis, what's it called? I forget what it's called. We see another one, and the thing that Amelia turned into reminded me of that.
They're similar in a lot of ways. They're more crazy, weird remnants of things. Though I believe that they actually they didn't actually. Yeah, no, man.
Brionia Island.
It's so interesting. It's so interesting how it recontextualizes a lot of stuff in the series. I think that's one of the coolest things about this game, is that not only does it answer a bunch of questions and obviously provide more, but in doing so, it recontextualizes so many mysteries that were just kind of left hanging. Like all this time, so many questions have been given to us without answers for so long, and it's started to get really annoying. And while we don't have full concrete answers on a lot of them now, we now have completely new context to consider them with. And I think that's super cool.
Weren't those statues the Septarians or something? It's been a while since I played Cold Steel. Yeah, I think so. Oh, you don't think it's related?
Those specific statues were, I believe, literally shells of Septarians and stuff. Yeah, that sounds right.
So I don't know. It just looks. It reminded when I saw what she turned into. It just reminded me immediately of.
Oh, it's definitely similar aesthetically, but there was a direct connection with it was Sky's second chapter, right, where Kevin talks about the literal.
Yeah, I posted the image.
Excalibur is
If you look in the Discord, like he straight up just mentions it.
Yep. In Sky's second chapter, Kevin literally talks about a fucking robot in Calvard. And then in Kai, he even mentions remembering this.
In Kai,
that's what it was.
Kai, he immediately recognizes. He's like, "Oh, what the fuck? It's the thing from 10 years ago."
So, pretty cool.
That's why I think Concom is good instead of writing. Always gives you stuff to talk about and not giving you the full thing.
I definitely agree, Black Sun, but I think that they kind of stagnated for a couple games where it became really frustrating. Where it felt like they just were not giving us enough. It just felt like they kept giving us way too many. I fucking love Infinity Rage. They just kept giving us too many questions without enough to chew on, in my opinion. I know that not everyone agrees with that, but it definitely was.
I kind of agree with Guy. Here. I mostly blame Kuro 2.
Kuro 2 was hugely recontextualized for me through this game, and I loved Kuro 2, but I like a lot more of it that I was critical on after Kai. Not all of it. I still think that there's a lot of issues with Kuro 2 when you're just playing it on its own, because you shouldn't need to recontextualize something for it to become good a whole game later. But yeah, I love Kuro 2 though. I love Kuro 2 a lot, and most of my issues are just with repetition, especially in Act 3, and I also still do not enjoy what they did with Swin in that game, personally.
I enjoy Kuro 2 more than Kuro 1. Like, I'm looking forward to playing Kuro 2 more than going through Kuro 1.
Kuro 2 is a more fun video game and a much faster video game than Kuro 1.
Right. exactly.
And that alone makes it more enjoyable to me, because my number one main issue with the entire franchise is that the pacing sucks 90% of the time. I love these games, but God, the pacing is a nightmare. It's the one reason Reverie, well, multiple reasons, but Reverie stands at the pinnacle, because God, that game is paced so much better.
Dude,
than
the pacing of Reverie was just so... And unless you choose... I like how on Reverie, you're the deciding factor. You choose. When do you want to watch this episode? When do you want to continue the main story? Like, it's amazing, and it fits it all so well in a nice bow.
We're rating games already? Oh, Larry, we already rated the games. Right now, we've just been talking about, just a bunch of shit with Kai. And, oh yeah, did you decide who your favorite character was, Fab?
Oh, no, I didn't.
Shizuna and Rosette? I mean, it sounds like if those are the picks, then I already said if it's Shizuna, then disregard and give me number 2. So it sounds like your 2 favorite characters are...
Those are
Shizuna
equally my 2 favorites, I think, from this arc, honestly, is Rosette and Shizuna. Yeah. I like those 2 a lot. How do I put this? No, I can't say that.
I'm really excited what they'll do with Shizuna, to be honest.
Yes, absolutely.
Especially like with that connect event with her sword.
Again, okay, that's another thing. God. Okay, let's talk about one of my biggest issues with Kai real quick, other than pacing being problematic. There are way too many extremely good and extremely important scenes in this game that are optional. So fucking many.
Yes.
Lou, I have a perfect example. Do you remember like that Nina event where
That's
you can
the first
just
thing I thought of. You talk to Nina, you get some
completely
flashbacks with some pretty important characters and stuff. Like, it's crazy.
I do like what they did, though.
It's crazy how, like you can just skip the thing where Nina tells you that she just spawned in Zemuria. Actually, she's not even human. She spoke a different language and the Pope found her. It's like, hello, how can we skip this? This is insane.
Plus, obviously the huge Grandmaster thing at the end of Grim Garden, too.
Oh my god, dude. That's
nuts. I
That
really,
is insane.
really do not like how much they put in optional content, especially because early sections of chapters are pretty fucking slow, and they could have easily made a lot of those connect events actually main story scenes, so fucking hell.
So I was gonna say,
I'm
I
so
really
curious.
like how they made the game. They made this is the first game ever without any kind of mods. You can actually see all of the connect events without having to play the game all over again. I wish we could still have it in context, but I'll take what I can get. This is an improvement in my opinion.
Also, yes, I think it was Rufina who found Nina.
Oh yeah, it was Rufina, not the
I think
Pope.
it was.
It's better than
Rufina.
Alaire, exactly. Specifically, Rufina found her, didn't she?
Yeah, Rufina found Nina. She was speaking a different language, which I also agree. Someone said that she might be from the pre-collapse somehow, which I think would be pretty cool. That's what it was.
Damn.
Well, from what I understood, the language she spoke is like the censored words thing. Like she spoke that as a language.
Huh.
Like when they hide the word.
Stuff she shouldn't be able to speak about.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It should be stuff from before. Could be stuff from outside. It could be a bunch of things.
I think the implication was like Nina was from the beyond, kind of like McBurn.
Maybe. I don't know. I don't know. It's so hard to tell.
I mean, Zemuria's in the cradle, right? So we have no idea what's outside of this cradle.
I mean, I think that's the big thing. Is that I think the big thing is that it's not like it's a simulation. It's that
not.
we are this section of the world is being kept locked down for some reason. Whether it's because something outside doesn't want us getting out for some reason, or because it's a defense system to keep us in until we're ready to get out, or some weird shit. But the fact that it's like a loop or something, I don't know. It feels like something just wants to keep us in, lock Zemuria away for some reason.
I think it's because they want to avoid another great collapse. I think after the great collapse, they instituted this, and we're stuck.
I don't know.
Like they're trying to prevent us technologically advancing so much where we fall into another great collapse because of the technology.
Oh yeah, that's a big thing. Yeah, the technological advancement is something they're trying to prevent, but Zemuria is getting increasingly good at it every single loop.
Well, here's the thing that made me curious is the fact that the cube itself is really weird as a Septarian, because like so far what they're supposed to do is they're supposed to help humans. They were supposed to like be gifts from Adios, and they're supposed to in some way benefit humanity. But like the cube, as far as we can tell, is, I mean, it's not evil, but
it's just acting on parameters.
It's resetting us. It's technically fucking us over, and I want to know why. What was the purpose for this? Because like all the others were like specifically things like, oh, it can grant wishes, it can like manifest things. It's a giant robot that can also manifest wishes.
That is really curious. Yeah, when you think about what the Septarians
and then you have
can
just
do.
This cube.
It
then
feels
you
like
just
the
have this
time.
cube, and it's like I'm resetting humanity. And it's like, wait, why? Like that's so weird.
Yeah, why? That is a great point. Why are the Septarians seemingly so like conflicting? Like, why are they made the way they are? Like, because it feels like the Septarian of Time is the primary Septarian that is working to, actually keep Zemuria the way it is. It is like the real big wig Septarian that's maintaining literally maintaining the loop, but also maintaining the lockdown on Zemuria. Meanwhile, as you said, other Septarians are doing just wacky shit to like help us out potentially, or manifesting a will of their own and wishing themselves out of existence because. I mean, oh man, I wonder. You think that the Septarians, well, in this case, the Septarian that actually had a mind of its own, they maintain that throughout the loops? And maybe that's why that Septarian got tired of it and wished themselves out of existence?
You think Mirage like ended her own life because of this?
Yes.
Maybe. Mirage was sick of the loops,
sick
of what was being done to humanity through these loops and all of that, and just decided to just peace out.
That's a really good thought. That's a crazy recontextualization.
Yeah, and
That's
also
crazy.
Bonnie brings up what I said too, as if Age Septarian is ultimately a test for Zemuria in some way, then that could be the Septarians are making sure Zemuria is ready to get out before it can get out.
Right.
They don't want Zemuria escaping unless they're ready for what waits outside. That's a possibility. And maybe Mirage was, again, just tired of this. It just keeps happening, especially because Mirage was something that was ultimately, or could have been, something that cared for people, and just constantly seeing everything just fall apart and watching everyone get reset was probably daunting, a little taxing on the mind if it was that working that way.
Oh,
so
shit. Y'all, it's time for another Unisuga masterpiece.
Oh shit, one of the best dungeons.
Oh shit.
There's a foreign variable getting added post first reset, the 5 demon. Okay, so yeah, what is this? 5 demon lords of Varus or something?
Right, the new demons. Right.
Varus?
Yeah, I was
What's
like,
called?
New demons just dropped. Crazy news.
Crazy update. 2.0 version.
The 5 noble houses of Valus. Sorry, Valus. That's it. What are the 5 noble
this
houses?
is something that I've seen like people talk about. I have no idea what this lore is.
Yeah.
Like there's some crazy shit about like Valus.
Epstein is
was,
from
like,
Valus?
That like I don't know what Valus is.
What is
I've
Valus?
seen people talk about it.
Yeah, I don't know what Valus is.
It's like some kind of place or a family or
Is
something.
it outside Zemuria? Or is it from somewhere within?
I think it's a place on Zemuria that doesn't exist anymore.
In the spoiler interview, it mentions about Valus being more prominent than next.
Valus is a country in the east of Zemuria. It's
next
a country
to
next to Elthane.
Okay.
Does it still
Okay.
exist?
I feel like that would have been touched on Kaito. Also, I just want to say, Alea pointed out like a pretty cool theory that Agnes's mom died 4 years ago, which lines up with when Kia did a bunch of rapid resets to find a way that the Triple S can survive by getting Estelle and Joshua there. And I don't know if there would be any correlation there, but it would be interesting that that's when she got sick because someone else was fucking with like time shit, which is something that you could potentially have roll in.
That is a really good theory.
It's definitely interesting. I have no idea if there's any like weight to it, but it's a cool thought for sure.
I'm like, I don't know how they would work mechanically, but it sounds plausible enough to be exciting.
We don't know exactly how Kia's time stuff differs from the loops in its full scale. We don't know how connected or not connected they are, so that is interesting.
some lore drops in Kai, like Ikaruga saying Heiwei discarded their sacred mission since they both descended from the same house or something in the east.
Yeah.
Oh right, I remember this. This was like, wasn't this like a lore drop in Kuru
that was
1 or
cool.
something? If you chose to do like Ikaruga in chapter 5.
I don't remember. I chose that actually. I took Shizuna because I was like, damn it, we're not getting enough Shizuna.
I remember something
Kuru 1.
like, I think it was like in the final fight against like Arioch or whatever his name was, like the axe guy,
Yeah.
and Shizuna just like starts talking about like Eastern lore, like she talks about like clans or something. That's all I remember.
May have been the one responsible for the Abyss area, which means the Grand Archive and Mare. Oh.
What? That's crazy.
Hey, wait, you
Heiwei
kinda-
and Ikaruga once part of the Navagara guardian clans of the Iskan Emperor.
Yeah, I always start to falter
It's
when the
so-
characters start bringing up
it's
other
so
countries
much
and
more.
organizations because I'm like, you're just
Yeah,
losing me
like-
now. You're speaking gibberish at this moment.
Same.
The thing is, I think I remember these things. I just forgot all of this because it's
It's
so
just that
obscure.
that stuff is always so just shotgunned at you, and then it isn't relevant until 4 games later, and I'm just like, you can keep yapping, but
Oh, if it's like the Kuru 1 thing, this literally happens before like a boss fight in 2 lines. Like, obviously, I'm not gonna remember this.
Okay. This stuff is hard to think about in case we have no visualization of it yet.
Oh, so that's why they call her a princess. Interesting, Hydra. Interesting. I did this. All this stuff went over my head that they're talking about in chat right now. I don't remember any of this.
What a banger. Okay, so this soundtrack is an optional soundtrack. This is the dungeon theme in one of the episodes in Reverie. You don't hear this dungeon theme unless you do the this is the princess, what's her Princess Olivier's sister. It's her episode.
what the fuck is her name?
The fuck is her name? Yeah, that's what I'm thinking here. What's her name?
What the fuck is her name?
I feel like I should know this shit.
It
As soon as
begins
you
with
say
an
it.
A, but I keep thinking Altina, but it's not Altina.
It's not
obviously.
Altina. Alphen. There we
Alphen.
go.
Alphen!
It's Alphen's episode. Yeah.
Everyone's favorite character, Elfin.
Actually, I enjoyed Alphen's character a lot.
It was fun, you know. A fun little character. A fun little character.
Let me do. You know what? How about this song right here? Let's do this one.
We don't. We jam it to.
We're jamming to this.
This is a song from Kuro 1 that I forgot existed. This song's great. How could I forget?
There's a handful of really good ones in Crowbar. Yeah.
It's just again the way the music is used. So
It was
I think Kuro
Dungeon,
1's
you're right,
music
buddy.
use is probably the worst in the series. They use songs so randomly and so poorly, with just no rhyme or reason.
I think the funniest part is still like in Kuru 1 when you like walk up to the final dungeon and
And it plays
keeps
Diabolic
replaying the
Howl for like
music.
30 seconds.
Yes,
and
2
then
seconds.
yeah, it's okay.
This and
That's
like
a good
Tharbad Night. I like Tharbad Night a lot.
That's good. Yeah.
In Kuro 1.
Actually, on the topic of music usage, I'm so glad that Kuro 2 and now this game, we are finally back to the era where the final boss themes are used only for the final boss.
Thank God.
And not used in a random cutscene earlier in the fucking game or some shit. Thank God.
Wait, is this actual lore? Is this true?
Yeah.
What do you mean?
No, I mean the Grim Cat suits. They look based on how you want it to look.
I have no idea.
I don't remember
That's
that.
true. That's funny.
that
as
true?
fuck. Is
Okay, now
this
I know what
true?
you're asking.
Yeah.
The Realm of Death and play in Kuro 1, but it literally played one time.
What song is that, Hydra? Which one is that?
Realm of Death.
Is that song that's like really hyped that plays in the very last stretch of the carnival dungeon thing, but it plays for like 2 hallways? Or am I thinking of a different one? Because there's a song like that in Kuro 1 that plays for the shortest dungeon in history. It is that one.
It is that one.
Yep.
You nailed it.
I don't remember it very well because again, it plays for approximately 10 seconds. But it's a great song. Yep, fucking Feb, pull it up right now. Let's hear it.
Okay, hold on. What's it called?
Wait, Kondo said this lore in an interview?
Realm of Death and Play. Apparently.
So apparently Kondo in an interview said that the Grimcat suit looks how you want it to look, so Judith is just a pervert.
This song is great. This song plays for,
funny.
again, like 2 hallways.
Why
It's
do I
such a
remember
short
this song, but I don't at the same
Because
time?
there's the whole carnival thing, and in one of the last chapters of Kuro, where you're fighting against everyone else, and then you get to the palace underground, where Gerard is, but it's super, super short. The dungeon is super short. So you blast through it, and you hear like 1 or 2 loops of the song.
It's like a door, one corner, and you're at the boss.
Pretty much.
That's unfortunate. Okay,
As
what's
I
the...
recall, it has a high chorus.
It does. We'll listen to it, but what is the name of the final boss of Kai? The final boss theme of Kai?
Of Kai? I actually don't know the name of the final boss theme in Kai. Chat, what is the name of the final boss theme in Kai?
I'm gonna type it in chat.
Thank you. It lasts longer in Kuro 2. This plays in Kuro 2. Okay.
I guess the cutscene. Yeah, I remember this now. This is great. This sounds like a final dungeon theme.
I typed Dies Array, guys, and I got all kinds of artists that was not Falcom. And I had to type Falcom after it.
Great. It's the Hymn of the Damned, I think.
Juncture of the Dawn.
Yes, that's the one.
It's from Mozart. Oh, nice, dude. Mozart's composing for Kiseki now?
Yeah, dude, he from the grave,
my
man.
favorite Kiseki composer.
This is huge news.
Huge.
This is
Huge for the
are
Mozart
people-
community.
Are people gonna find ways to comment on the Mozart's Kiseki tracks while they're trash?
Yeah, I think we're gonna go into Mozart's music. Like, yeah, nah. What was that at 5 minutes and 23 seconds? I didn't like that, Mozart. If you don't recoil when you hear that.
Oh, look at this. Look, do you see his face?
Damn,
When I
there
type
he is,
it.
man. Has he released anything new recently?
Oh my god.
Tchaikovsky. Oh man.
Dude, this song is great. Why
It
did they
is.
waste it? Oh, because it's in Kuro 1. They love to waste music in Kuro 1 and then play the same generic mini boss and main boss theme for everything. Fuck you, Kuro 1. Fuck you.
Kuro 1 was pretty dry.
Sorry. It's a good game, but the more I think about it in retrospect, I'm like, man, that was a weaker one. I think the freshness of a new arc made it feel a lot better than it is in all. Or maybe I'm being too harsh on it now. I don't. It's really hard to say.
I feel like I was more excited for the story in CS1 than Kuro 1.
CS1's a different beast, man. That was our entry. Like
Okay,
that
I'm
was
nostalgic,
something we're
so I
not
guess I'm
ready
biased.
for.
Mhm.
Yeah, we're always gonna have nostalgia for Cold Steel 1 because that was like the beginning of something truly special.
Mm-hmm. Is this the final
Oh,
boss?
yeah. This is the one, yeah.
Yes,
Yeah,
that's the one.
And I love again. It kicks in just as Rune fucking smirks and does his shit.
Ah, I
And
got
it's
him.
so good.
Didn't know that rearranges into the next one.
Rearrange, huh?
I'd like to hear that.
I mean-
I'd like.
Ooh.
Yeah, I mean, this could be an option for Jin though.
I really don't like Tharbad Dance and Erosian Death game. Everyone else is great for Kuro 1.
All right. Well, Feb, you just talked about how much you like Tharbad. Oh no, you said you
I like Tharbad
Night.
Tharbad Night,
Not
the Tharbad Night
Dance.
soundtrack.
Okay, sorry. I thought you were about to throw hands.
Nah, the song that
So-
plays at nighttime in Tharbad is fucking amazing. And when you go in the club and
So
everything,
apparently Chad is saying there already is a canon explanation between the difference of time leaps and Kia.
Oh, so they're different things. Okay. If Kondo said they're different things, then they're different things.
this
Yeah.
That's all I
soundtrack is
need
good.
to hear.
This is a good soundtrack. Really good.
A really good one, yes.
My favorite is still... You know, this song reminds me of the CS3 final boss theme. What's it called?
CS3 didn't really have a final boss.
Exactly, it didn't. Because, yeah. So, hold on.
So,
I'll let you hear it in a second. Hold on.
That.
The one that plays for the final boss.
Where, like, well, when Reen crashes out?
Yes,
What?
right before that. Right before that.
You mean against the big dragon?
Yes.
I think if you play the song, then you're gonna immediately be like, oh, this doesn't sound anything like that actually, because
I feel like that
the
sounds different.
song that plays against the dragon is a very different song.
So what song am I thinking of? Am I thinking of it? Maybe I'm thinking of a different one then.
I don't know what song you're thinking of, to be honest.
It has this pacing with this percussion. Everyone is saying this theme is CS3 leftover. Yeah, okay, so I'm not alone. Hold on.
I don't think that at all, personally, but
no, I like this. I'm not saying this song's better than that. But it's.
Oh no, I mean, I love this song. I just don't personally think
Tycoon.
The song is called "Accursed Tycoon," but it is not similar to the song. In my
It's
opinion.
completely different.
It's a very different song. It's a Sonoda song. I like it though. It's pretty good.
I think it's One Way to Netherworld.
Oh, maybe you're thinking of One Way to the Netherworld. Yeah.
I'll play after this one. That's what I've heard. It's an unused CS3, CS4 era track, but that's not true. And is this the?
I keep seeing people talk about this. I don't know where they have that.
Yeah, people.
Their logic is it sounds similar. It sounds similar to Unisuga songs in Cold Steel 3, which sounds similar to Unisuga songs. That's it. I don't know. I think it's just this.
A lot of people just trying to figure out where it was, like which game it's from, or what he was working on. But if I do know about it, I kind of understand.
That's fair.
I feel like it's just a song Unisuga made. Maybe he made it recently. Maybe he didn't. I hope he made it recently. But you know,
I feel like personally, it has to be recent because it fits so well. But that could just be me, like feeling that way. I don't know.
Maybe I don't know.
This is the theme that plays when you fight the final boss in CS3, right? That dragon
not,
before
no.
Reen rages? No?
No.
It might play briefly in that phase in the mech fight before he rages, but
it plays before Reen crashes out.
Yeah, because you do, it's the Accursed Tycoon, and then you get one mech phase against the dragon, where this probably does play, but this is most notably a dungeon theme in Cold Steel 3 that, of course, they reused for the final boss, because this is Seki we're talking about in the Cold Steel 3 and 4 era, where they love to reuse music for no reason. And then Doomsday Trance plays. Doomsday Trance is like a super techno-y electronic theme that plays when...
Yeah, this one.
This would be the one.
Yeah, okay. It doesn't sound like it. Yeah, it doesn't
No,
sound...
especially wait for the drop to hit. You're gonna be like, this doesn't sound anything like it.
Oh shit! This slaps though, but it's not the same song.
Dude.
I really like this one.
Why did I got an inkling of it though? Like I got an inkling.
No,
of
I know
it.
what you mean. It's got Unisuga vibes.
Maybe
in
it's
a lot
just
of ways.
maybe it's just Unisuga. Maybe that's
like
I think it's just
Unisuga
the
has a very
chorus.
recognizable sound.
he's got a signature.
It's the chorus. I think you recognize the chorus. It's just vague.
Hold on.
Oh, you want to hear it?
Wait. Hold.
I'll crank it up.
Hold.
I'll crank it up.
You don't need to crank it up, but just hold.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, you're right.
'Cause the song gets really crazy.
It reminds me of when we go down into the black, what was it, into the place where Reen is. What's it called?
Yeah, because this plays again.
Black
This
Workshop.
plays again
There.
when you free him.
Yeah, it plays this when you're running through it.
Yeah, like this starts playing and then everyone like infiltrates and breaks him.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah. So that's
Damn,
why.
man, this shit brings me back to 2019.
Nostalgia.
I was 6 years younger. Oh shit! I played this shit 6 years ago. It was over 6 years ago. I played this at the end of 2018. Yeah.
Yes, Silver. Left to right does matter. Left is best. Right is worst in that tier.
In that tier, yep. This is my tier list, guys. This is mine. This is my opinion. I realize it's a hot take because everybody loves CS3, but I didn't care for it as much.
Well, I think the bigger hot take is that you have CS4 and S tier. I think
I
a
love
lot of
CS4.
people would fight you on that one. I mean, people like
fine.
CS4, but a lot of people have a lot of problems with CS4.
CS4 is the game in the series I've played the most. I played that shit 3 times.
That's
I love that game.
Spiral Airbus is a good track. I stand by it. Wow, fun guy, you're crazy. That's a crazy take, man. You better get your fucking guns out because people are gonna be really fighting you on that one. Spiral Airbus is good.
Spiral Airbus is amazing.
Shit, dude, that's crazy.
Spiral Airbus is just...
No one's ever said that before. That's right. Come for me.
Next, you're gonna say Azure Arbitrator is good.
Yeah, next you're gonna say Azure Arbitrator is your favorite final boss theme, in which case I will fight you on that actually, because I still.
You
think
know
it's-
what? I have a better final boss theme. Hold on. Here we go.
Oh,
It's even
boy.
better than Dreaming of Voices Holy Land. It's this one right here.
Is he gonna hit us with fucking Arrival Existence? No. He's gonna hit us with not a final boss.
It should be. It's better than the final boss theme of this game, in my opinion.
Yes.
So I think Azure Arbitrator, all it's missing
It's
is
good. The motif.
sprinkling in the main theme somewhere,
It's missing the motif. That's the
and I
only
would be
thing.
fully on board.
Yeah, that's the main reason why I put this song over.
There's a streamer I watch who plays
Azure
Trails, and they hate Spiral of Erebos. How can you hate Spiral of Erebos?
What?
It's fine if you're like, whatever, the song's fine. But how can you like hate it? What is there to dislike about Spiral of Erebos?
Yeah,
Even
I'm
if you're not
confused.
someone who super duper loves music, why would you hate it? What's the deal there?
When this
The
song
real
came
best final
back,
boss theme is Perfect Steel of Zero.
When
I
they brought
agree.
this
Perfect
back?
Steel of Zero.
That's
is
true.
bomb.
when they bought this back in CS3, dude,
I do.
I was like, oh shit.
And I remember being incredibly disappointed because
Says what?
CS3 is the game where bosses can S-craft one time and then never again.
Wait,
It's
Yeah,
also-
because the fight is so easy.
They cannot S-craft more than once. It's so fucking dumb. And
Also,
also,
this is
that
the-
was the
this
boss
is the
where you get
same
Millions
fight.
Order, and
Yeah,
then I
you get
used it like a
90%
dumbass.
damage reduction.
Yeah,
This
it's
is
so
stupid
shit, man.
fight.
I fucking hate
It's
Kiseki
shit.
balancing. I'm so glad that the games have been getting a little bit better.
I feel like whenever they start a new engine, like so CS3 was the start of that engine, right? The whatever engine it was. And then they learn it and then they get better, they tune it more and more. Same thing with Daybreak. But although
We're all
Whale
over
is
the place,
still,
man.
even though they tuned it down, Whale is still overpowered.
I mean, I don't know if I can say it's an engine thing when somebody's like, "Oh, we should make a brave order that does 90% damage."
It's a
reduction."
pretty
Oh, yeah,
brain
that's a good
dead
point.
thing to say that the order that makes you take 10% damage is a little overpowered.
Nah,
Like,
just
all
a
you
little
need
bit.
to do to balance this is make brave orders, or in this case shard commands, take more points. Like the 0.1 damage thing and that speed thing should probably be closer to like 4 bars or something insane, because they're really, really strong and kind of trivialize
Call
anything you use them in.
Not go even crazier, make it cost all of your bars.
No, I think 4 is
No.
fine. Just
I think
enough
with
to
the
make you
fast
say,
one,
if
with the
I use
fast
this, it's a big decision. I don't
You
know.
basically have to increase the cost, or you have to basically have to nerf the effect. You
Yeah,
have to
increase
basically
the
choose
cost
choice.
Or
Yeah.
decrease the time.
Hmm.
Or, alternatively, just have more major boss fights have shard command overrides. Like, those are always scary as fuck.
You remember in CS4 when like the anti-orders could not be overwritten?
Yeah, that was...
That was kind of scary.
We need
Whenever
more
they
of
did that, I was
that.
like, "Oh shit, we're fucked." I remember that one where, remember in my playthrough of Hajimori when my Laura was screwed, unable to move the whole battle because she got fucked with the that anti-order that increased the delay by like fucking 700% or something.
I remember that part.
Yeah,
That was crazy.
she was just sitting there the whole time.
Chat, they would have to rebalance some things in Kai, because yes, in Kai, if you let the bad guys get anything up over you in Nightmare, you die, because they tug of war you straight to the dirt, and they have 20 turns in a row. So they'd have to make some adjustments there. For what it's worth, Kai, yes, they still trivialize things, but if you let them drop for a single turn, as you saw when you did Nightmare Kafai, the enemy just rolls you. As happened twice to you. You were doing good, and then you accidentally forgot to re-up your thing, and then Walter zocked all over you. And you lost
Yeah, he
your
zocked you off.
fucking shard command, and then Kafai just nuked you down.
Something I miss about the series is when Ouroboros was scary.
I do miss that. Obviously, with what they're doing with the story, Ouroboros isn't meant to be like that
It's not
anymore.
anymore.
But I really
Yeah.
miss the weight I felt
Right.
when an enforcer
Walter
showed
was
up
scary.
in ISC.
Like I was scared of
When-
Walter when we saw that shit in
Yeah,
FC.
and Anguis is too. Like
Yeah.
Weissman was a big
Oh, man,
fucking deal,
Weissman.
man.
Weissman
He was crazy, and now it's like an Anguis can show up and we'll just have a pleasant chat. We might even just fight them and kind of screw around a little bit. You fight Weissman one time, ever, and he is
No, you
an
fight him in third,
incredibly
too.
frightening. Oh, I'm sorry. Well, yeah, I guess you do, but I mean more in terms of when he's alive to when he's defeated. You fight him in third as a hell ghost, but
Right.
you know what I mean.
It was good though. When he
That's
showed up,
another-
it got me. I was like, oh shit.
That's another thing. When it comes to like making enemies feel scary and imposing, Falcom, you need to not have us fight them 10 times. Right? Harwood is awesome. I love him. He is not scary in an actual combat sense anymore because we've
Not
already
anymore.
fought him like 3
Yeah.
times now.
They've worn it
First
out.
time we fought him was really cool, but he didn't have his own unique soundtrack, which is unfortunate.
It's Ouroboros is just Aura Farm now. They really are.
Especially sadistic fuck. But Bonnie, that's the thing. Like he was
I mean,
actually
they have
a
a VTuber
fearsome,
now, which is funny.
fearsome.
Oh yeah,
fucking-
Arian Rod was an Anguis presence for sure. Yeah.
Oh, she was.
But it was one that
that's
kind
true.
of fell out a little bit because in Cold Steel 3 and 4, she's kind of a pushover
easy.
because it's Cold Steel. But in Azure, man, that feeling of breaking her helmet in Azure and having her get a whole new health bar as you realize the helmet was the health bar and she gets even stronger, that was the craziest shit. And the series really struggles to recapture that without you, the player, personally limiting yourself. And I do get that with some fights where I have certain things where I'm like, I'm not going to use this, and the fight is a fucking blast. But it was nice that in Azure or Arian Rod, I felt like I had to go all in and fucking focus up and earn my victory, and it felt really great. Loved that shit. Basically, the series sucks now. Like, they shouldn't even make Kai 2. They should probably just go bankrupt.
Does anybody want to talk about anything else? Because here's the
Anyone
thing.
got any
This is-
topics to cover?
This is the last spoiler stream I'm going to be doing, or we're collabing and we're talking about future shit until December 5th. Whatever. Okay, usually it's the 15th, but like somewhere around the 15th, we're going to be talking about. We're going to be covering the shareholder meeting in December. With this is going to be the first year, guys, where the West is. Think about this. The West is going to be caught up. So we're going to have Western players who have been waiting for English releases, official English releases, finally with us on this for the first time ever. And so it's going to be a huge show meeting. I'm going to cover it. I'm now caught up. You see what I'm saying, Blue? It's a big deal.
No, I was saying, Alea, I think that it's going to be impossible to play Sky FC Remake and not have just open spoilers to every game released in the West.
So
'Cause it's
with
going to be
Sky
really
FC
interesting to
Remake
talk about
playthrough-
stuff.
Oh my god, I didn't even think about that. That sucks for the new players.
What do you mean? Hold on.
They're just gonna play. They're gonna play Sky
okay.
first and have all the spoilers.
Well, they're not going to have spoilers, but if someone comes into like a stream of someone playing Sky First Chapter, not knowing that it's a streamer who's
They're gonna
played the whole
talk about
series and they're
everything.
openly talking about stuff. What they're asking, Feb, is when you play Sky the First, are you going to openly discuss the rest of the series while playing it?
No. So if I
Good luck.
I want to say when I play FC, when I play it first.
But what if they like have included something that connects to something later? What if they
Then
do
I
that?
will quickly like say, "Hey guys, cover your ears if this," and then I will mention it for like maybe
Chat.
15 seconds.
Chat, I'll bet money that this doesn't work. There's no way that playing Sky the First, you're not going to want to talk about interesting
You
shit
don't think so?
that you like realize after the facts, and also just appreciating things that are in the
Probably put
remake.
some very firm spoiler warnings. Okay, you know what? I gotta
Yeah.
think about it. I will think about it. I wish you luck. Okay, fine. All right, I'll think about it.
It's going to be too hard, man. It's going to be. But
Yeah, it's gonna be rough after what happens.
yeah. Also, Feb, I wanted to say too, just
What's
in
up?
case I hadn't already mentioned it. There's no way in hell I'm watching that shareholder meeting this time.
Really?
I do not want to know fucking anything about the next game. I want
So-
not the slightest clue
It
where
wasn't-
that game is
it
going
wasn't
or
good
how
enough
it's
last
starting.
time.
I think.
You need
I
too
think.
much?
No,
Don't
it was great. I
think-
don't want to
yeah.
know. I don't want to see anything. I don't want the slightest hint of where that
What's
game is
the
starting or
big
going.
line?
Yeah.
Because this is the most interesting cliffhanger I've experienced in a very long time,
It's been a
and
while. It's a cliffhanger.
I don't want to know anything. I want to be fucking shocked when I load up that game and see the first scene. I don't want a single concept in my head.
I'm gonna be honest. I'm not
this
in a
is
hurry to
actually-
play the remake. I'm not in a hurry to replay it first, y'all. I'll play it eventually, but that's another thing. I'm just not in a hurry to play it.
I don't think
I
so,
mean,
Tier
this-
223.
It's another good point to bring up the thing that we kind of discussed at the end of the Kai stream. Do you guys think that there's gonna be a simultaneous release for the next game?
Oh, that's a good question. I think.
How the answer is.
Whatever you can say.
Well,
Yeah,
I
whatever
could
you
say
can say.
I could say someone from RPG side kind of asked me about that question. So let's just say that that's what nieces are looking forward to.
I mean, it makes sense. I mean, I
So-
wouldn't be surprised if Nisa said that. Obviously, they want to be.
Yeah.
They want to be
They
there.
want to get close to simultaneous release. I mean,
Right,
that's
but-
what James says for RPG side about.
That makes sense. But what does Falcom say? Well, that's the question.
Falcom, I really don't know until we know about whatever 2 months before December, though. Because they usually pre-plan at least 2 months beforehand.
Okay.
December's gonna be interesting.
October's gonna be interesting.
No, I mean, unless I do have info about it 2 months beforehand, I cannot say much until December.
That's totally fair. Dude. Yeah, don't. Yeah.
No, I mean, especially with Blue. Blue doesn't want to mention anything, so.
No, shit.
You don't know fucking shit.
I mean, we will see how it goes because usually we know what game they're working on in their whatever the data they put in November, but then December shows up.
Y'all, I gotta say this: if I'm in a predicament on my hands, if it's a roll release, as much as I hope for roll release, I'm gonna be streaming it when everybody and their mom is also trying to stream it and play it, which would be really something interesting. Because I'll take 2 weeks off fucking work if it's gonna be a global release. I'll fucking stream this shit every day, many hours a day. If it's a full on English worldwide release next year.
It really depends. It really depends on the scriptwriters how long they're going to submit it.
Is it going to be a simul, or is it going to be off by a little bit? Whatever it is, I'm gonna have a decision to make. It won't be a decision because if it's by even if it's off by 2 months, that's not long enough for it to get. I don't know. It depends.
I don't think Konsuke can talk about that, so let's end
can't.
the stream real quick, and then I have a question to ask Konsuke.
Sure.
All right then. In that case, any other things you want to talk about?
Genuinely though, chat. Anything you want to talk about with Kai? Because
Speak now for hold your peace. We're not going to be talking about. We're not going to have another spoiler stream until
good luck, Bunny.
the fucking shoulder meeting in the middle of December. So speak
Chat.
now.
Reminder: if we are done here, that for your own life, Expedition 33 is coming out in 3 hours. It's available on Game Pass as well as on Steam, PS5, and Xbox. You could be playing it in 3 hours, or if you're not intending to play it, you could be in my stream watching me play it, and then convincing yourself that you should play it.
Yeah,
and go support these wonderful French developers who seem like the most passionate and humble people.
they do.
Who have made a true
They
piece
do.
of art. Did I mention? I don't know if I brought this up. There was an interview with some of the voice actors, and apparently they did all their booth stuff in France in the manner that the devs are using as a studio.
Wow.
And after they would record their lines, the devs would bring them into a home theater and have them watch the cutscenes they just recorded lines.
That's
for.
amazing.
What they all did.
That's
Yeah.
so cool. I want to watch this
Yeah.
documentary. Is this some sort of documentary or something?
This was an interview, or not? Sorry, it was more like a podcast actually with Ben Starr and Jennifer English. They were talking about the process,
I gotta
but I'm
watch
really
this.
hoping they put out
It's
some
a
sort of behind the scenes thing.
Podcast.
Yeah.
Okay. I gotta check.
It was
this.
really cool. You can tell that they really loved it. Also, apparently, they dedicated an entire day in the booth to saying the lines that had French words in them.
Yes.
Because all the voice actors sucked at saying the French words, so they were
They
just
don't have
in there
that certain
no,
accent."
you're saying it wrong. You have to say it like this.
Yeah, the accent.
Yeah.
If you guys want to talk more about the Trail series and Kai, we got a channel called the Post Kai channel, which will eventually change to the Post Kai 2 channel eventually, whatever the name of the sequel is.
One day.
But come join us in the Discord server by clicking on the link that's just in the chat. I think. Let's see. Let's end with this one. So the next time we're going to be talking about, man, this is sad to say, but I don't think we're going to be coming back to Trails again until December. So the next game I'm going to be playing, y'all, is I'm going to prioritize for the next maybe like 3 or 4 streams. I am behind on Honkai Star Rail. We're going to be finishing 3.1 and then doing all 3.2.
And after you finish that, you're going to start Heaven Burns Red.
And after that, we're going to be getting back to Fire Emblem.
Okay.
Okay.
Fire Emblem 11 and 12. We're finally going to figure out Mars.
Heaven Burns
Mars.
Emblem.
Heaven's Birth. We're going to finally do Mars Arc, which is 11 and 12. And then we're going to go into Fire Emblem 4 and 5, which is, what the fuck is his name? Dude, it shows up in Engage. The really interesting one, Umineko Arc.
Umineko Arc. Yeah, how about that, huh?
I did buy the Questions Arc. I never streamed it, though. I almost did one day. And then I decided, you know what, I don't know if I'd make good stream content. Do people want to watch me play freaking VNs?
Yes.
That's the That's the question. Wait, really?
People
I will
want to
recommend
watch people play Umineko.
I still want Blue to play Fate.
Really? Hold on. You really want me to play?
Which Fate?
Would people actually watch a VN, like Umineko, a VN?
People,
Watch
VN
it.
fans are itching for content because people don't stream them.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
They are
like nobody
desperate.
does it, so it's interesting.
Desperate.
It's
to
audience
see
out there
people.
just waiting.
There's an
I
audience that's
guarantee
waiting.
you
Really?
stream any VN, you will suddenly get an influx of people you've never seen before, who are like, "Finally, someone's playing this." Dude, again, Heaven Burns Red it's a gacha game, sure, but it is mostly a VN, and I just streamed it for like one day, and I got like 7 new people who just showed up with it, like, "Finally, someone's streaming this game." People who stream niche games that don't get a lot of like stream content because they aren't really replayable and stuff.
Yep.
Like, they are going to get viewers because there's always a small community, just like Kiseki back in the day.
Oh, it's like
it's
the
like
cult
Kiseki back in
thing?
the day.
It's like a cult following kind of deal.
Yeah, they need more. People are desperate to see anybody re-experience something for them.
I might experiment with it. I might randomly say, you know what? Surprise! We're doing I'm gonna try Umineko. So I've owned
play
that game
Utsuware.
for years and I never tried it.
Could do Umineko, could do Utsaware.
Oh, Utaware is a VN. You're right.
It's
Yeah.
a VN with TRP, or what is it? What's the genre?
Turn-based,
It's
SRPG?
Fire Emblem style combat. SRPG, yeah.
Yeah.
like
there you go.
Fire Emblem. Yeah.
It's like 80% VN. It's like 90% VN, 10% SRPG.
Okay. Utaware sounds more actually. Yeah, but
Yeah, I
freaking-
think you
the thing about Umineko, the music from Umineko is fucking
I know.
amazing.
Utsaware definitely does not have music anywhere near as good as Umineko,
Yeah.
but
I might
at
like-
least in,
It just depends. You like songs or you like story.
Yeah, well, I mean, you'll still get some great music in Utsaware that will get your stream muted, by the way. So make sure you're streaming to YouTube as well.
Oh shit. Okay.
They're the vocal themes, which are very, very good. But I need to see someone else go through the experience of watching all of the build-up and all of the everything, and finally getting the most glorious ending in any story of experience.
Yep.
That is the ending of Mask of Truth. I need to see someone else fucking do it. Who cares?
So you told me that I shouldn't start with Prelude to the Fallen, right?
No, Prelude to the Fallen sucks dick.
So, but I need to know
There
it.
is-
I need to know it.
there
the,
is-
the anime, right? Anime.
You don't need to know it. You will get more from it if you experience it. But Bonnie, confirm, didn't you play Mask of Deception and Mask of Truth without playing Prelude, and you adored them, and then you went back and experienced Prelude and said this sucks dick, but you still played it? Didn't you say you did that, Bonnie?
Suara themes are great. Utaware music is pretty good though. Dude, I've had that.
It's-
I've had
Season.
Oh, you said Utaware. Sorry, I thought I remember that as
Utsaware, not Umineko.
Yeah. Okay. I started with Prelude to the Fallen, but a lot of people played Mask of Deception and Mask of Truth and skipped Prelude. Gotcha.
Listen, I don't regret playing as much Prelude as I
Prelude.
did. I do think it's one of the worst games I've ever played in my life, but I do appreciate that I played it because I really appreciated what I got from it when playing the Mask games. But I still don't recommend it because I fucking hate it.
So, question then: do you think that
Yes.
I'd be able to judge how the game is based on if I gave each game a stream? And I was like, okay,
Well, you only really you want to play one or
if I played Prelude, I gave 4 hours to Prelude, and I gave 4 hours to Mask of what is it?
Deception.
Deception is second. And I was
Yes.
like, you know what? Okay, which one do I like? Like,
Buddy, if you play 4 hours of Prelude, you're gonna get through like 3 scenes. The game is so fucking
Really?
slow, man.
Oh shit.
Listen, I say play 4 hours of Prelude, and I want to see you fall asleep live on stream. But also, because here's the thing, right?
Okay.
On one hand, I want you to play with the original soundtrack for Prelude, because if you play with the extra version, it plays songs from Mask of Deception and Mask of Truth, but those are songs you want to hear in context.
Okay. Let me think about this.
Experience the feeling of going through like 15 minutes of Prelude of the Fallen, where characters keep making like slurping noises with no music playing. You should experience that as a human being.
Oh, okay. I see how it is now. Okay.
Like, it's... Now, to be fair, I will also just say real quick, guys, the first 30 minutes of Mask of Deception also kind of sucks. Real shit. But then it gets so good. Fuck, I love Utuade Ramono, chat. I can't believe that I was a hater for so long. But my eyes are opened, and when I open them, you know what I see? I see Haku and his big old fucking manhood.
Blue, how about I make you a deal? You ready to make a deal?
What's the deal, Fred? What's the deal?
The deal is that I will give. Let's see. You know what? I'm gonna do 2 streams, not just one. I'm gonna really make it. I'm gonna up it here. I'm gonna give 2 streams to what is it? Prelude to the not Prelude. Mask of Deception. Okay.
Okay.
I'll give 2 streams to Mask of Deception if you give 2 streams to Fire Emblem 15. Deal?
Chat, is this worth it? Chat, be realistic here. Do we think Feb is gonna like it, or will Feb get like bogged down by how a lot of scenes can be pretty long?
I actually genuinely think you're gonna like 15. I think you're gonna like 15.
I think I will too. I'm more worried about you because I love Mask of Deception, but I also know Feb.
Oh, you don't think
love
I like
you, buddy?
it?
But I know I do. But I think that you do obviously sometimes struggle with folk like paying attention to things that drag on.
That's true.
And no matter, despite how much I love Mask of Deception and Mask of Truth, Utuade scenes tend to last a long time with characters just talking to each other. And again, I don't mind because I like the characters a lot, but I wonder how it'll affect you. And I think it's worth seeing. So, Feb, I think I'll take you up on that offer eventually. Obviously not right away because there's games to be played, but in the future, when I got like an open pocket to play some games, I will start up that Fire Emblem game once you're down to also do some Utuade.
Sounds like a plan. We shake on it.
Blue, what do I have to do to make you play Stay Night?
All right.
You don't gotta do nothing. I'm planning to play it eventually.
Oh yeah.
Oh cool. Have you played Steins Gate or seen the anime?
No.
All right, guys.
That's also a good one.
I'm gonna end stream here, y'all. Thank you so much for watching
your stream.
We'll be back here, but
Witch on the Holy Night.
Blue, Hansuke, Ken, and Dark as well. Thank you all so much for joining for this stream. Listen to the new soundtrack. This new soundtrack, by the way, is fucking amazing. Y'all should check it out.
The album was great.
What's your favorite out of the new soundtrack?
What was your favorite song?
My favorite song was...
Mine is Soaring on the Wind, or whatever the title is, because I just love that Silver Will transition.
The Silver Will,
so hype.
That's my second favorite, but my first favorite
was so good. That was so good.
See, you know what? Let's end with my favorite. My favorite was...
Young Horned Lions?
Yes.
Oh, that one was also really good.
This was my favorite one.
Hey, this man's a sucker for Atrocious Raid, and I can't blame him.
Dude, Atrocious Raid, just, especially this freaking arrangement of it. Dude, Jindo fucking cooked. All right.
Jindo is my man.
He is. Anyway, guys, thank you all so much for watching. Thanks for watching my Kai playthrough as well. If you didn't see all my Kai playthrough, you can watch it all on my Twitch. For a limited time, it'll eventually be available on my YouTube as well. I'm working on exporting all my bullshit. Actually, no, I streamed it. I dual streamed it, so it's all on my YouTube now. You can watch almost my whole playthrough of Kuro, or not of Kai, on my YouTube as well. So if you got premium, you don't have to worry about ads.
You can watch Kuro as well.
Eventually, yes. But thank you guys for your support through it. I'm coming back next with some on Friday. It'll be HSR, and then after that we're getting back to Fire Emblem 11 with fully voiced acting. All my friends are going to be back for some voice acting in Fire Emblem. Anyway, y'all have an amazing and awesome rest of your week, no matter what you plan on doing, whether you be working, schooling, or just chilling. And until next time, y'all, take care, guys. Cheers, y'all.
Cheers.
Cheers. Bye bye.